The past screaming through the skies. This world's broken, twisted, torn apart. He's got the map, but he needs your heart. Dig deep, don't let it rot. Freedom's got a price and it ain't forgot. Empty your pockets, build the dream. Resurrected Lincoln's righteous scheme. Chains of despair, choke in the air. Truth's been buried, but he's dragging it bare. Rusty axe swings through the lies. Abe's voice roars through the night sky. Dig deep, don't let it rot. Freedom's got a price and it ain't forgot. Empty your pockets, build the dream. Resurrected Lincoln's righteous scheme. Chains of despair, choke in the air. Truth's been buried, but he's dragging it bare. Rusty axe swings through the lies. Abe's voice roars through the night sky. Dust and blood, a nation's dead. The cost of justice ain't paid off yet. Raise the banner, stitch the seams. One man's vision becomes our screams. Aims. A ghost wisdom in a weary land. He's got the fire, but he needs your hand. The ashes whisper, rebuild the core. He says, pay up or lose it forevermore. Resurrected Lincoln's righteous scheme. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Lights flash fast, the crowd ignites. Words like bullets in the night. Step to the podium, fight for the mic. Who's got the edge? Who's got the bite? Boom, boom, the clock's a loaded gun. Tick, tick, you're almost done. American do better.
Take your stand, speak your truth, make your demand.
American do better.
Rise or fall, one by one, who will out-talk them all?
Oh, yeah.
One by one, who will out-talk them all?
Oh, yeah. Your voice ablaze.
Sharp as steel,
Cut through lies.
show what's real.
Sweat on your brow.
Nerves of fire,
Truth or defeat.
what's your desire?
Boom, boom, the pressure's on the line. Tick, tick, no more time. American do better.
Take your stand, speak your truth, make your demand.
American do better.
Rise or fall, one by one, who will out-talk them all? One by one, who will out-talk them all?
He walks through the dust on a cracked old road. Hat tilted forward, shadows that load. Eyes burn deep like a fire untamed. The nation he loved now bears.
Well, hello, and good evening. I hope you are all doing well. I haven't been on in a few days. I know I've been on debate shows and other people's streams recently, but I haven't done my own bigger show in quite some time. So I figured tonight we would do an open panel type show talking about duty and what it means in multiple areas of life, whether it's national or religious or marital or what have you. So, I'm going to throw a link out there. I've pulled up a bunch of different definitions and ideas of what duty is and what it means. And I will allow people to come up and discuss what they see it as and what they see lacking today, or what we want to see embraced more of, or what is just pure and simple a must in all situations. So, yeah, I will get this link ready here, and then I'll send it out to the chat and see what people have to say. I know we're only at 6 viewers right now, and once it populates a little more, we'll have people jumping up, but yep, I did say duty, you're right. So, let's see, who all do we have in chat? Welcome Law, Tarot, Panelverse, who else did I see out there? Let's see, tomorrow may be too late. Also, I am aware that Emmett is still going right now. Oh, good to see you, Not Voltaire. Good to see you. So, anyhow, we'll throw this link out and we'll get you guys in here so we can talk about what duty means to us in the world we live in today. So there we go. There's a link thrown out for you. And we'll go from there. See. So, anything interesting going on for any of you lately? I know I've seen some of the debates going on. I've seen all the stuff between Brian Shapiro and Rob and Andrew and all the infighting. Well, not really infighting, fighting generally. And Brian Shapiro making himself look like a total joke, trying to tell Rob to take his shirt off and show his body because he's out of shape, and like for some reason that's important to Shapiro. That was really, really weird behavior. And then a lack of consistency in his points, which really surprised me. I thought he was going to have at least some decent points considering the guy hosts a radio show. But that didn't happen. It seems like the guy just has talking points, leftist talking points at that, and can't seem to facilitate any actual meaning behind the things he's saying. It's all surface level. And every time that Andrew or Rob dig into those points, he can't go any deeper than the surface level, which kind of cracked me up. I kind of felt like he was a little bit of a dummy, to be fair. And then, you know, all of his points also seem to follow only a train of what's like generally accepted by the Democrat Party or liberal society, mainstream liberal society, which again is crazy. He couldn't seem to even see from the other side whatsoever. He could only stick to what he's been trained to speak, which is hilarious to me. So, Not Voltaire, did you want to pop up? Mm-hmm. You are welcome to. Let's see. Let me see. What else do we have here? Yeah, there's just a lot of craziness in that space recently. I also noticed Panelverse talking about all the drama in the space up here, and I know Panelverse actually compiles different goings on for the last several years in the Panelverse type space, which I'm surprised he popped into my stream early on and wrote a whole bunch, but he did, so that's interesting. Or she. I don't actually know who the Panelverse is, so couldn't tell you who they actually are, but they had a lot to say early on before this stream even started, which was definitely A surprise to me because I've watched some of the Panelverse videos just to go back and see old debates that are no longer online or easily accessible just from straight channels. So that was definitely interesting to me. Let's see. Who else would like to join us here? Kokomo, you could join. You're definitely welcome. You know that. Kokomo, not Voltaire. I know Emmett said he would come on here shortly. He's in the middle of finishing his stuff, but... Oh, look it. There's an Emmettwitz, Golden Steinberg. Shall I bring him up? Do you want me to bring you up, Emmett? Hello.
Hello. Can you
Oh,
hear
you
me?
sound like... Yeah. You sounded like a lawnmower for a second.
Ooh. Wait,
That was weird.
I'm still streaming,
I know. That's okay.
and you're. What is? Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
How? Good to see you too. How are you doing?
I'm well. You know, decided to do a show, and this topic was something I thought that would be good to talk about.
Okay. I was doing art, and then I got attacked by wild avarice.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
He decided to change the topic
Generally.
from art to me singing a bunch of times the Schmeckel song.
Oh, that's kind of Avarice's style. If he shows up, he's gonna stir it up. He's gonna shake things up a bit, you know?
He did. Now I'm just doing an update version of the cat. Remember the cat GIF?
Yep.
I'm
Yep, I
just
was kind of
updating it.
watching you in the background as I was getting started. So,
Okay.
yeah. I even gave you a like.
What?
I did.
I
I
got
did
a
do
like
that.
by Abe.
I know.
Dinkus.
It's weird, right?
My God.
It's good times.
my
It's good
God.
times.
How's your back and your players doing lately?
It's okay. It's all right. I'm doing all right today. So, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Winter seems to bring pain levels that suck, especially the colder it gets, but right now it's a little bit warmer outside and I feel decent, so that's good. Good to see you, Scott, over on Emmett's side.
Yeah. Scott. Oh,
Yes,
Scott,
okay.
Cat, Elder Lion.
I'll address it early on. Yes, Abe is wearing glasses. Yes, Abe got a prescription for glasses because small print at distance is hard for Abe to see. Okay? Smart asses.
Abe-
Look at you. Look at that grin that you're
Abe-
giving me right now.
Abe is human.
No, I'm not.
I'm getting old. Okay, it's 300 years, dude. Okay, you're getting old.
That's true. That's fair.
You cannot
I'll
be like
take
a
it.
vampire. It's a problem. Okay.
Well,
You know what? I'm gonna be gracious to you.
are
I'm gonna
you?
do the
You're gonna put yours on? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I put
That's
this
not
on.
gracious.
Yeah, I'm gracious.
That's just a smart aleck.
I'm a bad boy. You know.
You're the bad boy.
I need a cigarette.
You tried to kill me, and you fucked it up.
You
That was
fucked it
so
up.
funny. That was the funniest Among Us clip line ever. Somebody should clip that and put it on your channel. You should literally have that in your intro when you open.
He
It's so
he
good.
did fuck it up.
He did.
He had a better chance of winning if he had killed me instead of the other person. And I didn't even know who he was until he opened his mouth. I was confused as to who was the killer. Like I saw I saw a guy there, but I didn't know who he was.
Yep,
And
he
then-
flagged
and then-
himself.
And then he just opened his mouth.
Yep, and once you said that, I was like, that was too true to your character. Really, that was you? I was like, he's not tricking us. That was a real statement. That was pretty funny.
You fucked it up.
True. So, what do you think, Emmett?
About what exactly? About the
Do you
the topic?
think, do you think human beings have duties?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I do think human beings have duties. Most of the duties are family oriented, and most of the duties have to do with the well-being of the family and yourself within the family.
Yeah.
And there are hierarchies of duties. So
And do you think that the duty to like the church and or the state are just extensions of the original duty from the household?
the duty to the state.
Yeah. Any duty.
Well, yes. Yeah. They are extensions of the family, right? At
Yeah.
the end of the day.
Yeah, because it's basically the extended family, right? When you step
So
outside of
even-
your
The point of it is, even if you can have things that you don't like, and the question is, what is more important at the end of the day? And obviously, there are exceptions, and there are reasons why you can even deny or get away from certain duties.
Yeah,
But,
fair. Fair. Right, because there could
yeah.
be a physical limitation of some kind. There could be all kinds of there could be an illness, there could be proximity, there could be a lot of limiting factors to duty. But that doesn't negate the overall need for the duties, right?
Yeah, correct. That's exactly correct.
So if you had to line out what like a man's duty, whether it's in the nation or in a family, what would you say? Do you think those are?
In general terms,
Yeah, just in general. Just in general.
well, usually has to do with the protection of the family, has to do with to keep things running smoothly, especially when it comes to like the house. Usually has to do with performing. Um, they more than likely have to do with providing, not all
Yeah.
the time, but they have to do with providing in most cases. And in case something is needed or has to be done that is beyond the capabilities of the wife, usually you are responsible for those things as well.
I think that's pretty fair, right? Provisions,
That's-
protection,
Yeah.
and almost like the holder, right? Like the thing that holds it together, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, that's the way I've always looked at it. Like, there's a certain level of overflow that the man is responsible for making sure is kept and held together and functioning. What about children? What do you think children's duty is?
To the house?
Yeah. Do you think
That's a good
it
question.
falls solely into like the obedience
No. Well,
to the parents?
children are depending on it's depending on the age. Children
Right.
are totally dependent on age. So it depends on age, and it mostly depends on age. A newborn has no duties. A 5-year-old may have a very small duties that you can set up for them. Like you have to do, if he's going to
Right.
school, like you can have a time for homework, just doing extracurricular activities that you have a time for those. A 10-year-old has higher duties in the house. You can add a task that he can accomplish very easily. And they keep growing in accordance to where they are at in life, to the point of whether it's going to become the patriarch of the household at one point or not, or it's going to go into his own adventure and create his own household. But there's
Right.
different ideas.
Right. It's definitely going to depend on the sex of the child and the age of the child and
The
the
sex
parents
age.
and everything, right?
And the culture, because those are
Right.
very cultural things. Like
Right.
Asian people are way more likely to give a lot of tasks to kids, and you can actually see that they have a lot of burnout in some cases. But
Right.
But yeah, it depends on that.
And I did this last on purpose, right? I did the mother and wife last on purpose because when we see in like whatever and other places is this is a contentious subject these days.
She's a glue. And when I say glue, it's an actual glue. So she's looking at the well-being of the family in a holistic way, because it's most of the time she's the person that is at home taking care of that. So the idea is this person will hold the glue so that everybody is working together per se. So she assigns the lesser, and I don't mean lesser tasks because they're less than, but the lesser tasks of the household. What that means is the tasks that are designed so that that person um, is not worrying about financial stuff most of the time. So it's like, taking care of the husband, taking care of taking care of the children. There's a lot of those kind of things that are happening.
Welcome in, Amagad. Good to see you. Yeah. So each piece has its place, right? That's kind of a way to look at it. Like
everybody has
each,
its own place,
and it needs to function smoothly within those frameworks. And I would
And it's
say that
all-
it functions most smoothly when the framework is seen.
and it's all in generalities. I had a person tell me
Yeah.
like, my wife works and she does amazing, and I take care of the kids, and we do fine, and like, good for you. I don't I don't care.
Right. That
What
can
I-
work.
What do I care? What I care is the family stays together, the families are strong, both persons are happy, that
Right.
you have an idea of the future together, that you are acting according to moral standards. That's what I care about. I
Right.
don't mind that you have your own ideas or faculties or prescriptions as to why to run your family. At the end of
Right.
the day, so it depends on the thing, but it's the things about generality. Let me say good night. Oh wait, I think Law was saying good night to Scott. So
Mm,
good night.
I see. So what about in a greater sense, Emmett? Do you think that there are prescriptions that can be made on a holistic sense that would help the whole of society at this point? Because as you said, right, there is generalities and it's going to work different for different families. But do you think there's an overarching like formula that if followed, you'll see abundance and goodness in that, right? Like if we could say, hey, to the whole of people, we know there's going to be differences in maybe your family framework or your the way that you do it because of your specific lifestyle or the limitations that you have. But in general, this is the best way to do it. Do you think what we've already stated?
I think we already stated it.
Right.
Like the general statement is exactly that. It's like, I don't know exactly what is the prescription in your case, and because it has to be said in accordance to what's going on within the family framework.
Right.
Like I cannot be like, every man has to be working their asses off out in the sun 18 hours a day,
Right.
or else, because that's not the way it works. One and two, they are people, we live in a broken world per se, so we're gonna have problems in that
Mhm.
aspect, and there's nothing we can do when it comes to those kind of senses. And I cannot say like every woman has to be the most submissive ever and have to do, because at the end of the day, it might be the case that even though it's a bad word right now, but he might like a boss babe, okay? Because it's fancy. So at the end of the day,
It's
it
true.
depends on the idea, and it depends on that.
Right. Because people are individual, right?
Yeah,
And so is your situation.
They have different situations.
So okay, so if we go beyond the household, what happens to those duties in your opinion, do you think? Right? Men have a duty beyond their household, right?
Well, it depends on. This is the problem, right? Because of what we're talking about it's a Christian framework,
Right.
because that is how we go to duties. Otherwise, we're talking about not duties,
Preferences,
but preferences.
right.
And if you're libertarian, it's not even preferences; it's wants. And if you're a liberal, it's not even wants; is
It's feelings.
whatever makes me feel good.
Yeah.
So it depends on how you're looking at it, because a liberal will tell you, I do this because it makes me feel good. And then you look at it and see it's like $80,000 in debt. And you're like, why are you in that? Because I feel good. They made me feel good.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I
Then-
think that just on that, I think that is a curse of the modern era, right? Like it's about
Uh,
feels. Like I don't feel like it. Well, if it needs done, why is the feel taking precedent over the need, right?
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And if you take the liberal paradigm, then
Thank you.
the need can be superseded by the feel anytime, just anytime.
Yes.
Right,
Anytime
like we-
it can be superseded.
Right. We need to protect babies, but by the liberal paradigm, it's, I don't feel like it. So we'll just go to the doctor and have it done away with. Right.
Mhm.
And so I think that is very dangerous ground to live on, is if everything that should be duty bound becomes either a preference or a feel, or preferences and feelings supersede duties, you have a complete collapse of the system,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
right? Because if
And
we
it's
did
not
the same
even-
with
And it's not even like most of the time. It's a complete collapse.
right, well, because if we took the same algebra that we're using for this, and we said the nation acted as people, and the government decided that feels were more important than its duties to its citizens, how would we all fare then?
Well, this is what I would say, and I have always said is that there is we will move towards authoritarianism, because at the end of the day, what happens is people have an inclination that you have to. There is moral standards that need to be kept. So if you see a baby get deleted, there will be a point. There will be a breaking point in which people will be willing to accept an authoritarian person to stop that.
Yeah.
Right? If you
Yeah.
see a bunch of people getting deleted on the streets by a specific melanin intoxicated people, and they do it over and over and over again because apparently melanin toxicity is really bad for you, there's going to be a moment in which the guy that was willing to actually take matters into his own hands, and it doesn't matter how bad or how authoritarian he is, he's gonna be the one that's gonna be elected, because that's what people actually want. They want the person that's willing to do something about the problem. And
Yep.
this is something that a lot of libertarians don't get. They're like, they have this idea or this preference that people are just going to accept the liberal mindset because they think they can get rich. And
Right.
it's you can make or it's way likely you make more money in a libertarian economy, but no one cares about the economy if babies are being deleted. Okay.
Also, aren't you going to have the predilection to be morally gray in that? Right? You're going to say, well, I'll bend my morals because guess what? There's money to be made. That's also a predilection in that same set of scenarios, right?
Yes. Then the idea would be like, since morality is not the greatest thing, it's the greatest thing is money. That's a big, and that's a problem that we have right now. That's why a lot of people dislike the tiny hatters, is because they have money, and it's like, oh well.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, that's the system, and that was the system that we elected, the system that we wanted. And if you look at the libertarian positions, and this is why I've been trying to debate a libertarian for the longest time, is precisely that. It's like they don't care.
Right.
And that's why I make the Cumming argument. It's like, oh, what do you care about? The only thing you care about is about Cumming.
Which has shined through, by the way. Like in the last several months, all the debates we've watched, all the people that have come and gone in these arguments have proved your point. And you've been saying this consistently from the beginning of your channel till now, that was the point. The point is they will trade everything for the ability to cum.
Mhm.
And they've proved it in every debate, in every talk, in every chat that we've had. Whether it's on my channel, your channel, against Andrew, against Rob, it doesn't matter. Every single time we see them, they prove it. Outright,
yeah.
they prove it.
They just like Kumin too much. They
It's
don't care.
wild.
They don't care about the economy. What they care? No.
But again, this falls to the absence of duty, right?
Yeah.
Because if you had a duty to uphold the moral values or the Christian moral ethic, then you wouldn't trade everything for the ability to coom. Instead, you would sacrifice the ability to coom for what is right, what is good, and what is true. Correct?
Yes, correct.
Right. And so this reminds me of, like, I've been saying this off and on, even before the assassination of Charlie Kirk, but ever since then, even greater, I've been saying it, and it's that it's God, family, and then country, and your duty is the same. You have an initial duty to God and your faith. Your secondary duty is your family, and tertiary is your nation. If your faith is out of whack and your family's out of whack, how do you expect that you're going to make good moral decisions within your nation?
There is a little bit of a caveat in that one, because there are points in which the duty to your family supersedes the duty to your church, for example.
Sure.
There can be cases of it.
But that's still a duty to God, because your
Yeah,
family
yeah.
should be carried in that. Right.
Yeah. So, for example, if people are being deleted, and you can protect your family in a way, but it means that you have a lesser, or you're gonna be lesser in the church, you can take that as a, like, you still have a duty to your family, especially if you have little kids. In
Right,
which
it becomes
you
a
need to
moral
be
law.
able to. So there are cases in which it can. This is what I said about how important is the fact that you have the hierarchy. That you have a hierarchy of duties.
Right.
And
Well,
there
and
are
the same
cases
is-
in which your hierarchy of duties is higher than, like, you have a duty
This-
to church, but you may have a higher duty to your family in some cases.
Well, and I think that carries over also. I think there is going to be times where your duty to your nation also supersedes family at points, right? Because if you have to go off and fight, or you have to defend your border or your country so that your family and other families can survive, then you have to take that stance, right?
Yeah.
So you see this,
Yeah,
you
makes
see the
sense.
same bridge happen where this has to supersede this time, because if it's not intact, then nothing's intact.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Exactly.
So I think that those are very important points for sure.
And I've been trying to have the debate. My debate and topic is libertarianism a possible system? And I don't. No one wants to debate that. No
The
one
further
wants to
the thing is, like, at first I was going to come up with the ability or the research to debate you on this, but the problem is all the logical entailments at the far end break down. Like, there's nothing to stand on.
Yeah,
Like,
they use
it-
it, and they use the exact same phraseology that the communists do, right?
Mhm.
It's never been tried before. Oh, the problem is that it's never been tried before.
Yep. Socialism and communism and evidently
Libertarianism.
libertarianism also falls to the same issues, where there's no foundational principles. Now, I could see if you were pushing for libertarianism in pieces of your system, that could make sense, but I can't see it as the undergirding for the entirety of a system. It just can't work.
No,
It can't work.
It just can't work.
Because eventually, like we've said, you and I both, eventually it comes to force.
Yeah.
And the problem with libertarianism, it's absent force. Your no harm principle leaves you without teeth to make things be.
Kieran, this is not my panel. Go to Abe's channel and ask Abe, because
Does he want to come up? Is that what he's doing?
he's
I'll
asking you.
I'll throw a link in your chat too.
If we have a room for one more, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have.
I'll just post the link in your chat too. There.
Okay. Well, I told him to go to your channel.
It's fine. He can stay in
can
your
do it.
channel. You need viewers and watch time and everything just as much. So
I don't need watch time. I just need
you know what,
what?
Emmett?
yeah, I need to do
You
I
need
to do-
popularity, okay?
Oh god.
Oh,
The You're killing me. Bro.
welcome,
You're killing me,
Kieran.
boy.
Welcome, Kieran.
Hey, thanks, mate. I appreciate that.
Good to
I,
see you.
Yeah, you too. You too. Fascinating discussion. I couldn't help myself.
Sure.
Yeah, I wanted to ask more questions and actually say anything, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
Mhm.
I think I've done the libertarian approach to things, and
Okay.
and I think there's a pathway or like a pipeline between libertarianism leads to hedonism, which then leads to nihilism. I can't prove it. It's anecdotal, but I think that's the way that pathway goes.
I think you're absolutely correct because again, it comes down to like force doctrine and other things, and so long as it's do as thou wilt, right? You accept everybody else because they have to accept you for doing whatever it is that you want to do, so long as no one is harmed. You're going to
Yes.
tend towards collapse. You're going to tend towards degeneracy always, every time, because you're allowing every section that is degenerative to grow. And because of the influence it has on people, it's going to also spread and create more degeneracy.
I think also what you mentioned before, somebody asked the question, can libertarians create a system? I think you're getting to that. They can't because there's no foundation for that system.
There isn't.
Well, what I would say is that it just needs force. And
Yeah,
If you
but
don't-
force without some North Star is like
no.
force by-
They presuppose that there's gonna be force somehow, but they don't know how to.
Well, no, they don't even do that, Emmett. What they do is they assume that people will keep deals in good faith, regardless
Mhm.
of whether or not
Mhm.
there's force, and that's just not how human beings work.
One really good example is always that sort of moral question. It was kind of codified in the movie The Proposition. You just ask somebody, how much money would it take for you to breach your morals? Right. It's a really fascinating question. If someone said, I'll give you $1 million to steal your neighbor's lawnmower, right? Such a seemingly benign act, but it contravenes your basic principles.
It does.
But $1 million, bro, right? And
Yeah.
who would say no?
Well, it's the same
K2.
thing that it's the same thing that that Teriak brought up the other night on either Easy's or somebody's channel, where or maybe it was his own channel, where he's saying that like you wouldn't allow the government to lie, and it's like, no, if the moral requisite is you don't lie, then you don't lie. Just because it's helpful or just because you'll benefit or something like that, I don't think that you should just do that thing. I don't think you should lie because it helps you. If the moral prerequisite is you don't lie, you don't lie, period.
Maybe I
Doesn't-
could offer like a really absurd example just to kind of test that idea. So say, for example, you hold a moral value that says never lie. And it's going to sound absurd, but I'd like to explore it.
Sure.
And someone says, I will give you $1 million if your wife asks you the question, does my ass look fat in these jeans? And you think the answer is yes, but you say no. Is that something where you could take the $1 million?
I think that it still would be wrong. Honestly, I
agree.
understand, like,
I agree.
I understand that there's going to be a predilection to, well, that's $1 million and this hurts nothing, but the problem with lying is it's a progressive disease. The more
Correct.
that you do it, the more you're going to do it, and the bigger those lies will get, and the more you'll be okay with bigger lies because you've already set the groundwork with small ones.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree with that. Money comes, money goes, but good morning.
Yeah. And if your word is worth nothing, then
Yeah.
as a man you have nothing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Yeah. I agree totally. It does sound absurd. Who wouldn't take, like, I'm even thinking, why wouldn't I take $1 million? I could set my family up. I could put my kids through college. I could do all the things, but I have to lie. I just can't do it. Just can't do it.
All of that would have been grounded in dishonesty. So the money is dishonest. The life that follows is dishonest. It's all sown from a seed of dishonesty.
Exactly, Dave. Then it might as well be blood money at that point.
What it does is, that's a good point, Dave. It means that the $1 million magnifies the lie. I hadn't thought about that. That's what
because
you've got to. Yes,
think about that. Really think about it. The tiny lie you told gave you $1 million. What if you tell big ones? Oh, the temptation's there now, because if you were capable of telling one small lie and getting $1 million, maybe you could get 100 million for telling really big lies.
That's something that that kind of parallels to something that Jordan Peterson used to speak about when's the right time to speak out. So he was speaking about people who are in college. They're an undergraduate. They see something they think's wrong, and they go, "I'll just wait until I graduate," and then. But then they graduate and they go, well, I'll just wait until I become a professor. And then I'll just wait until I have
You hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome in,
I don't want to
K2.
lie here, but Kieran waited till you guys started talking about Kumi to jump up. I just
Bro.
didn't want to lie and point that out.
Well,
Not gonna lie.
look. Right. It's possible. It could happen.
Just going to say it's not me making it gay this time. I'm having a serious conversation. And K2,
You're the one who talked about cumin and spaghetti
So,
last time.
gentlemen, let me ask you another question. Since I already asked Emmett these questions, what would you? Okay, we can go in order if you want. Kieran, what do you think a husband's duty is to his family?
there's a number of them.
Okay.
The obvious ones, which is to protect,
Mm-hmm.
to provide,
Okay.
and also to provide moral guidance.
Spiritual guidance, yeah, moral guidance. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Would you say that in the provisioning, like Scripture says, love is one of those provisions, much like bringing in income or taking care of the needs of the family? Do you think that love is also part of the provisioning?
Absolutely.
Good. And what would you say for the other side, for the wife's part?
That's a really good question. It's going to sound okay. Hate me. Her role, apart from childbearing and doing all that secret women's business, is to literally support her man.
Okay. And do you think that they
Well,
both have a grant?
I don't think it's to support the man, it's to support the family. So it's
Okay.
not about, there's a lot of supporting of the husband, but she's also supporting the kids.
What's the
and
difference?
She's also
What's the
supporting.
difference? What's the difference between
There's
supporting
a
the
lot of
husband?
difference between those.
Well, tell
two.
me them. Well, tell me.
Well, you're not the kids. Let's start there. Are you the kids?
Just tell me the difference. Don't ask me questions. Tell me the difference between supporting a family and supporting the husband.
Yeah, the identity of the kids is not the identity of the husband.
I agree.
Okay, perfect. So if you're supporting the family, it also means supporting the kids, and the kids may be the needs of
Well-
the kids may actually be in conflict with the needs of the husband, and then you have a hierarchy of what you need to do, and the hierarchy
is
might
what-
be
which
the
is what?
case. Well, for example, when a kid is born, it might be the case that the husband may not get to enjoy whatever he usually enjoys with the wife, but it has to do with the hierarchy that it supersedes. For example, that the baby has to be taken care of.
I don't think so.
It's possible.
I don't think so. Let me try this out, Emmett. So when when me and Katie were talking about getting married,
Uh-huh.
she had a 12-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
And we had a conversation. I said to her, at some point, it's very likely that you're going to feel that you're in a position where you've got to make a choice between backing me and backing your daughter, because it's likely that we're going to conflict at some point. She'll say something like, "You're not my real dad," something like that.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
And I said to her, "Who are you backing up?" And before I could finish the sentence, she said, "You'll be my husband."
I think that plays into the hierarchy that Emmett's talking about, right? Because
Yeah.
the husband does supersede the children in the relationship hierarchy. However, there is going to be times where specific situations may happen where a child has to supersede in that one moment, or the care of that child, right? A sick child, for instance, the mother's duty to take care of that sick child is going to come before carnal needs in that moment.
I
for
think that
instance.
falls on, that's fair, totally fair. I think that, but that's not the same thing. That kind of fall, like, if the husband's trying to get his end away while she's taking care of a child, he's not really doing his job, is he?
Right.
So
And that
if
would
he's
be the
doing,
point.
but if he's doing his job, in what context? Like, imagine there's this guy who's doing all the things a man should do. He's fulfilling his responsibilities.
Mhm.
In what context would she put the children before the husband?
I told you a context. One of the contexts will be a newborn. So the newborn has a lot of.
But he's also prefacing this, Emmett. He's saying that if the husband is doing his duties, then that husband's not going to be seeking attention over the top of things he knows that the wife needs to take care of more than she needs to
Yeah, but
fulfill his
that-
carnal needs.
again, the question was not you know, if you already taken into consideration the cases in which she's gonna have to do things that are taking priority over the husband. It was the husband is always the priority, which is not the case. There are cases
No,
in
it
which
depends.
the priority
Well,
is going to be
it depends.
the kids,
It depends
or
what
there's
it,
going to be.
it depends what
or-
you mean. I'm sorry to cut you off, but it depends what you mean by priority. If they're both living their duties fully, he wouldn't even be doing that.
you
That wouldn't even be a
doing
thing.
one.
He wouldn't
Trying
be
to draw
seeking.
her away.
Yeah, of course he wouldn't.
No. Let's say that she usually does breakfast for the husband. Okay.
Sure.
Usually
Mhm.
does it.
Mhm.
Okay. She just gave birth. Is taking care of the baby. The husband does his
Sure.
own breakfast.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
The duty for her would usually be to do breakfast, but he's actually taking upon himself to do himself breakfast because one, he knows that she has a superseding duty to the kid that is above him, so he's gonna go ahead and take up on making some breakfast.
Yeah,
And
but
it's
Emmett,
not a-
you're.
and it's not a
but-
problem.
Like you
and
guys
it's not
are
a problem.
looking at things from the top of the pyramid going downwards, okay? And my
Mhm.
whole concept in this, and it can be summarized very, very simply, is that every human's duty is to serve.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that looks at like Christ did, like Christ serves, but taking
Yeah,
not,
Dave,
not
but-
necessarily from a religious perspective, but if you look at, you have to serve as something, and sometimes we have to serve other people. Sometimes we serve a purpose. So in that respect, it's what Emmett, you've always spoken about, is there is a hierarchy of duties that
Yeah.
we would have in the service as a human. So for example, with a newborn child, the father needs to predominantly serve as a provider of nourishment and nutrition and well-being and health for that
Of
child.
course.
And if that, in that context, then him putting her duty beneath his is not acknowledging his duty as a father of the provider and the protector of the child. So he's negating on his duty in one context in order to make his wife serve her duty, but without him being there as the sort of the capstone of that pyramid in that family, the whole the pyramid's going to disintegrate. So serving means sort of to do your duty, but for a child should serve their parents, but equally their parents will serve the child. So service is the ultimate duty because it puts others before ourselves, and it builds structures rather than destroying them. So it creates the hierarchy from the bottom.
I love that.
To be
Dave.
fair, I think, and I'm not throwing shade in it, but I'm just engaging with your argument. I
Mhm.
think you're picking like one of the worst examples to kind of make the point. There's this husband who wants to have sex with his wife, and she has a newborn, and he's going to call, well, you're supposed to serve me, so put the baby down and come and have sex. That's not really. It doesn't encapsulate the broader concept of what Dave was saying about service.
But I think
Okay.
if you
It's a
look
crass
at the world we
example,
live
but it's
in,
a useful example.
yeah, if you look at the world we live in, there's every possibility that things like that do happen.
That's
And
true.
if that's the
That
case,
is
then
true.
that man is actually harming the duty of his wife in order to secure her duty to him. And that's messed up.
That
and that's
is
a
messed up.
breakage in the system, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So I would agree.
100%.
And I think Emmett agrees with that too, that husband's duty is to make sure that his wife is caring for that baby. And if he supersedes that by taking his own needs into the number one spot in that moment, then he is also breaking his duty to his family.
Yeah.
Not
Right,
actually
Emmett?
serving his family, which
Right.
is the ultimate. Which is the ultimate, and,
Well-
and love is part of serving. So,
Yep.
like you were saying, is love component of that, and I think absolutely it is, because it's only through love that we can truly serve.
Well, and I think that service builds love, and love makes us want to serve, right?
Precisely.
And I think that actually works with like that's almost the same kind of equation with like faith and acts. Actually, like you are driven to the one thing because of the other thing, and the other thing fuels the one thing because they go hand in hand. Love and service, and like faith and acts, and I think that, I think definitely for myself, I would agree that part of your provisioning as a husband is the love to your children and to your wife, and even scripturally, like husbands are to love their wives. What do you think of the wife's? Actually, Dave, we didn't do you yet. So, Dave, what do you think the husband's duty is?
To serve. Fundamentally, that the duty, and I just bring it under that umbrella term, is the husband's duty is to serve, the wife's duty is to serve, the child's duty is to serve, everybody's duty is to serve, is to make space in their heart and their lives for others. That is our duty as human beings, in my opinion.
Okay. So I get that, but like if we were going to break down and we wanted people to understand in a larger metric, right? Like say we wanted to create a handbook or something like that. How would you outline like a husband's duties to his family, a wife's duties, and then children's as well, besides service, because obviously service is good, but how do you tell people what service looks like? And in the right way. Because we could say they're serving someone, but that service could be an immoral service or a service that is not of a moral ethic. It could be all kinds of things, right? And if we give the world the need to serve one another, they could easily twist that into all kinds of degenerative things. Oh, Dave dropped. Dang it.
What I was gonna say about the service is, it's you have your duty, but we're talking about what are the roles more of it. Like you have a role in general,
Mhm.
and the role of the general stances is almost equal to the duty of said person. So you have the idea of cooking, the idea of cleaning, the idea of providing, the idea of helping the person that is, usually it goes like the wife has the duty to help the person that is providing, and that's what I said, that is like a glue of the family, because she's the one that is serving the people in the household so that they can do better.
Right.
And usually that's the way that it goes, but there are superseding duties. There are things that are important for them to be fulfilled in order to be able to go into the hierarchy.
Right. What do you think, Emmett and K2 and Olmate? What do you think happens if duty isn't fulfilled by one or several of the parties?
Then everyone suffers. In a way.
I think that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Like if the fulfillment of the requisite duty isn't met in general, then I think you see breakage, right?
Yep.
And it could take the form of like blow up, break apart. It could take the form of like the wife or husband is overworked to the point where they fall to pieces. It could take the form of all kinds of things. So I think that these duties show us that we should uphold and carry out what our role is in the family.
Sorry about that, boys. My internet.
You're good. You're good. You're good. Did you hear my question before you dropped?
Was it about the? So so what if you provide in an immoral way?
Yeah, well, you said that it all falls to service, and I said I agree with that, right? But if you wanted to show people what, like, even if I guess I don't want to drag us all the way into biblical land. So, in a moral way, how could you show people what service is and what roles that service fits for each person, so that they understood what service looks like in the correct way, and so that it doesn't spiral off into the degen world we live in today, where they could say, "Oh, I serve people this way," and it's some disgusting thing that we would say is completely immoral.
I think
Like if
often,
we,
I think
yeah,
often service is something that you do, and it's often hidden. Like the story in the Bible of the rich man who was he was giving $10,000 and he had a big parade, and then the widow who gave 2 pennies, and people were mocking the widow and saying, "Oh, look at her giving 2 pennies; it's worth nothing." And I think, if I'm correct, Jesus said, you know, she gave more because she gave all she had.
right?
So I think sometimes service is like unrecognized. It's secret. It's hidden. You don't get the accolades. You don't get the the accolades. And so it's hard to promote service because if you do it, it's kind of hidden.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty true.
But I think in the long run, people find out. Like you, it's almost like playing 4D chess. You just do your thing in the background. You know, support who you support. Put your energy into things you believe in, and no one sees it. No one knows. But eventually, it'll come out, and you won't even have to say, "I did
Well, and
this."
that's good, but people have to know what that means, because we can say that, like you and I can sit here and say like your service to others and your kindness, you know, not letting your left hand know what your right hand's doing and all of those things. But if they don't even know what is expected or what the right makeup is, then how do you, for instance, say you're raising a household of children, you're going to want to instill these moral virtues and duties into them as children, so that when they grow up, they know what their role as a husband or they know what their role as a wife is. And so if that's the case, what do you give them in to understand what that is? Because one is your example.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, go on.
One is your example, but what else can you teach them?
If I'm hearing you correctly, say for example, you're a guy who's giving 25% of your income to charity.
Mhm.
Okay. And nobody knows. It's okay to tell your children that within the family. You can
Sure.
you can explicitly explain what you're doing to your children. And you can also tell them, do the same thing, but don't tell anybody. Now,
Sure.
is that promoting? I kind of get what you mean. Like, how do you get a society to get on board with that? That I don't know.
Well, there's the other part, right? Part of having society do that is raising our children to be what we want to see in the world, right? We want them to be good moral agents in this world. And so, oh, we got Amagod in the back. Pull you up. Welcome in, good sir.
Yo, I'm again.
Good to see you. So one of the things we do is we emulate it, right? We be the thing that we want our children to see they need to be. But the second part is you have to actually teach them what is your duty when you become a husband? What is your duty when you become a wife? What do you teach them to carry forward into the next generation, so that we do build each next generation with more moral fiber than the last, right?
Well, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, sound
Okay.
good.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Yeah. One thing that I was going to say is, I mean, I feel weird talking about this because I don't have kids. I have nieces, but was recently reading a book. It was Wounded by Love by St. Porphyrios of Athens and Mount Athos. And he talks about, I mean, this is back in the 60s when he wrote this, we're raising a generation of egoists. And he pointed out the whole problem of the endless affirmation we give our children of you're perfect the way you are, you can do no wrong. And I think that's one of the we're seeing the results of it now. He pointed out in the 60s, and ever since then, you gotta
Bro, I saw it in the 80s when they introduced participation trophies. Well, they also did studies in the 80s where they found a correlation between self-esteem and success, and they got it around the wrong way because it turns out success builds self-esteem, but they thought self-esteem builds success. So they did this program to teach school children, you're awesome, you're amazing, you're special, thinking that giving them self-esteem would make success, and it turned out all the wrong way. And also, Amagad, the fact that you don't have children doesn't mean anything, because in my experience, I've met many uncles and many aunties who love their nieces and nephews a little bit more than their parents do. I'm not even lying.
It's a lot easier when you can send them back, you know.
Well, true. Same as grandparents.
Yeah.
Same as grandparents. Well,
I wish we could send Karen back. What? Who said that?
Amagad, if you don't have a womb, how can you speak about abortion, right? I get it here, right?
I mean, but it led us down that slippery slope too with all the transgender BS with the
affirmation.
You're perfect the way you are. There's nothing wrong with that. It's and it's
well, that's
you.
I don't know if you've seen Billboard Chris. He's a Canadian guy who goes around the world and he wears a placard and he speaks about puberty blockers and all this kind of stuff. And he said he has a really great response. Just tell your sons and daughters you're beautiful how you are. If you're a tomboy, you're beautiful. If you're an effeminate boy, you're beautiful. You don't need to change who you are.
Well, that's part of it, right? God made you the way you are. You're beautiful in the way that he made you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to change that.
Yep. 100%.
And that's not to say like your thinking and all of that can't be changed, but like you have a physical body that was produced the way that it is. It's not your job to go and make it something it's not.
Yep. Yeah. You should embrace it and make the most of it.
Yeah. Or you could hit the gym.
Well,
you're improving your body at that point. You're not mutilating it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So
change it for the better.
What do you think, Amagad? Should we promote greater duty in society, but also in marriages and in families?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the biggest things that is destroying families, at least in the U.S., is the whole no-fault divorce. It's kind of like with most things, if you make a commitment and you renege on the commitment, there should be consequences. You can't just, back out of a contract without some kind of penalty. And there's got to be some kind of, not everybody, like you said earlier, you didn't want to bring it all to the Bible because not everybody's going to be incentivized to that. But there's got to be some kind of greater societal stigma around divorce. Not that those people are necessarily totally cast out from society, but it should be something that isn't desirable to do. So,
right.
What happened after Amagad? What happened, because we had no fault divorce come in here in Australia in about 1970, and what happened was the marriage laws, the marriage contract, became divorce laws.
Yeah.
Right, because husband and wife used to have duties, and to get out of a marriage, you had to prove somebody was at fault. Right,
yep.
Somebody was rooting around, or somebody was alcoholic, or somebody was being abusive. Somebody had to take the bullet to get out of it. We even had a case here in Australia where pre no fault divorce, we had a case here in Australia where a judge had to put a number on how many times should a couple have sex within marriage. Like, what's the duty of the wife, basically? And the figure he came up with was 52 times a year. So once a week. That was grounds for divorce. Right. So, but then after no fault divorce, nothing mattered. It was like there's no responsibility. There's no criteria for what's a marriage and what's not. It just became, I'm sad. I'm not really fulfilled. Okay, see ya. All right, fucking terrible.
Yeah, if you get rid of the penalties for divorce, you necessarily already got rid of the duties. So
Correct.
That's what I'm
Perfect.
saying.
Immediately.
Bring back the penalties, and that'll bring back the duties.
Well, that brings around
Yeah,
us
no.
around
This
to
br-
Emmett's point. Go ahead,
This
Emmett.
brings me to my greatest argument ever. Let's enforce marriage.
Forced marriage.
Well,
Yeah.
enforce it, right? Because if you break up the
Enforce
family,
it.
Oh, bro,
Without
no,
reason.
no, bro, we're talking about
You have,
culturally.
you have,
We're talking
you have-
about culturally, bro. Hang on.
Yeah.
I have to respond. You're talking about
Yeah.
culturally. You're talking about culturally enforced monogamy. That's a different thing to forced marriage, bro.
enforced, not forced.
Culturally,
The enforcement.
culturally
Yeah,
enforced.
yeah. In my culture, the cops go ahead and take up the husband that leaves or the wife that leaves, and they have two options: go back to the marriage or go back to jail. That is
Bro,
the
I
culture.
I don't want to hear about Syrian culture. Okay, I don't want to hear
I-
about Syrian.
Well, I don't want to talk about Neverland, but here you
Well,
are anyway. So
he's talking
Look.
about just 1950s, honestly, at that
Yeah.
point. Like,
Culturally enforced monogamy just means
what does it?
okay.
No, wait. What does it mean culturally enforce? Like, what
I'll
are you
tell
gonna
you.
do?
I'll tell you
Give
right
us
now.
stern
Why
looks.
does
That's
the
like-
boomers always get mad when Emmett brings this up?
I'll tell
True.
you right now, Emmett. I'll tell
I'm
you.
giving you a
what it
stern look.
You mean a gay look? What the fuck, bro?
No,
Okay,
a
hang on.
stern one. Is the one that the boomers try to make when they can open their eyes?
Okay, let me respond. Okay, so culturally
Recap that.
enforced monogamy means, so a guy gets married, right, and then 2 years later, he's having a chat with his dad, and the dad goes, "How's married life?" And the son goes, "It's going fucking great. I've cheated on her 3 times, and she has no idea." And the dad goes, "Son, what the fuck? That's not how we do this." That's culturally enforced. And his friends say, "Bro, what are you doing? Don't do this." That's
Yeah, and the
culturally
dad then calls
enforced
the
monogamy.
police and he's like, "You fucking
bro.
bitch are
Oh
going
my
to jail
God.
for 3 months
Wait.
at least."
Kieran, do you think that it should be completely legal and okay for a spouse to break up a marriage and walk away from their family without cause?
No. No,
Is it-
I think there should be consequences. Yes,
Okay.
Arr.
Well, that's exactly what Emmett is saying. He's saying if you break your family up,
right.
you have two options: either go back to your family and fix it, or go to jail because you're breaking up a family without cause. Now, if there's
But
cause, then you can
but-
go through the church or the correct
Yeah,
way
you see,
of ending
yeah.
the marriage. But well, I said or correct way. It could literally still be a legal system because before no fault divorce, you couldn't just walk out on a marriage for no good reason unless you like left the country.
Yeah, I agree. But the distinction I'm making is there's a difference between enforcing it through law and enforcing it through culture.
What is
Well-
the difference?
What's
That's the question.
What the fuck?
The law
Emmett.
would just be
Oh,
downstream of the
Such a
culture.
boomer answer.
If you change the culture, eventually it would become law.
Well,
Yeah, of course.
there is a saying. There is a saying. There's no such thing as a stupid question. But Emmett just proved that wrong.
How?
There is a saying by the boomers that said there is no such thing as a stupid kid.
Boom.
That is
Mic
Kieran,
drop. Mic drop.
Kieran, want to talk about it?
No, the
Want
point
to
I'm
talk
making-
about it?
Well, the point I'm making is that I think the enforcement of monogamy should be cultural, not legal. That
We're
I
not
know
even
it's
talking about monogamy. We're talking about the marriage. There's kids involved. The kids need to be protected. Why would you be
We
like,
aren't-
no, we're
we
gonna
aren't-
give you stern looks if you leave. We're not gonna do anything about it. We're just gonna give you stern looks.
Did you say we aren't speaking
You
about
called
monogamy?
them a whore. And then you
We're
throw
talking
It's
about
not-
marriage. It's not
He's
monogamy.
talking about
Rotten
the
tomatoes,
binding. He's talking about the binding vows of marriage, not just the sexual relationship of the human beings involved.
Hold on. I kind of like Emmett's idea, but instead of jail, How about we put them in like one of those things where you put your head in your arms throw and you throw rotten
The
tomatoes at them?
stockades. Or
Yeah,
the
okay.
Oh my
stacks?
god, K2, you fucking retard.
Okay, well,
yeah, culture
let-
is bad, and it's been degenerate for a while. But at the end of the day, like we have the like the way we're gonna change it is through authority. It's not through stern looks. We're gonna have to be we're gonna have to be like, hey, OnlyFans not allowed. Sorry, OF
Okay,
not
so
allowed.
Emmett,
Be
when
corn,
you said
body-
not allowed.
when-
Body Blue's going to jail.
so
Yeah.
Emmett, no, she was deported. So Emmett, when you
Oh,
when you
I'm
say
glad that you know.
when you well, I've been
Mhm.
watching it closely. Okay, so Emmett, when you when you say
I
authority,
wonder why.
which authority?
The authority of the state, obviously.
You
Right.
see, bro, fuck, I hate you, Emmett.
Kieran,
You
I just
arsehole.
want you to
Who's
know
gonna
that
Who's gonna make you do shit?
Confluence-
Who's gonna
Wait,
make you do
yeah,
it?
do you want their state to enforce the laws that you agree with?
As long as it's well, yes, as long. But okay, now we're
Imagine
getting
that.
now we're getting into the Christian. Well, I don't want Emmett's state to enforce laws.
Why
Not
not?
Emmett's
Kieran,
state.
It's a
Kieran,
great state.
I-
You go to
Kieran, I
You
want
go to
you to
church,
know
you
that
stay in your marriage, you make things work.
That's
Kieran,
it.
What
I
is-
want you
what
to
is the
know.
horrible thing I've said? Like, oh, you have to go to church. Oh, you have to stay in your marriage. Like,
No,
what
you
is the
said-
thing that I've said that
you
is
said-
wrong, Kieran?
Kieran.
You said you want the state to enforce these things, brother. That's that's the issue I have with you.
Who do you want to enforce it? Who has
The
the force
culture.
to?
The culture.
The culture has no. The culture is. Oh God, the
There's
culture
no
The
is
culture
force.
is
force.
dead. Gone, just like your dog.
What?
What's wrong with you people? I'm making a
Your
serious
my
point.
dog's
I'm
dead.
making a
I
serious-
just ran him
Yeah.
over with the car when I pulled in.
Okay.
Everyone
so-
you love around you is.
Oh my gosh.
Calm
Okay, so
down,
here's the
K2.
issue. Here's the issue, Kieran. Here's the issue. The issue. Now I forgot. Dang it, K2.
The enforcement
twisted my
has
brain.
to be done. The enforcement is done through the state because they are the force of the culture. Instead, yeah, the way the culture enforces thing is through the state because the
Yes.
state takes its morals from the culture and they decide what is to
Thank
be
you.
enforced.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's why we have
So
the
if
laws we have in
Somebody
the first
got
place.
it in chat. Somebody
Yeah,
got
fucking-
it in chat. Shout out to
Scary
who was
movie
it?
tree. Not up
Nice.
there.
But walk it
I
back
do
just a
agree.
little bit from
Yeah.
Emmett's extreme stance of jail time for breaking up marriage. So what if you would just you would start out with, you get certain benefits from being in a marriage when it comes to the state. And
No,
if
no, no. We
you-
already tried the carrot. We have the stick
No,
for
no,
a
no,
reason.
no,
Okay,
no,
we
I'm
need the
saying-
stick.
I'm saying,
No,
We
but-
need a
but if-
fucking
on.
stick.
Hold on.
But if you end a marriage without cause, you lose all those benefits until you get remarried or you fix the marriage. There's got
So what's the cause?
The
What's the
penalty.
cause?
Yeah, but that's
What's
just
the
the
cause?
carrot. We
And
still
then-
need the stick.
Like, no, hang on, bro. He
Well, that
said
is
if you end if you end a marriage without cause. Okay, what's a cause by that definition?
The traditional causes are
Abuse.
sexual immorality and abuse.
That would be
Okay.
one. Abuse is one. Abandonment is another one. Like actual abandonment.
Hold on.
So
I wanna
if
tell
I'm-
If the
Kieran
person,
something.
if the
Kieran,
if you ask the person, either you go back to your household or you go to jail, and the guy's like, or the girl is like, "Hey, go to jail," then that's cause for divorce. Obviously,
I don't
you know?
want to pay for their jail time though. I just want them. They can live on
They
the
don't have
street.
to. No. You don't pay for the jail time. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about witches later. And then,
Yeah, but
and
yeah,
then,
but yeah, but what if you're really unhappy?
Damn. Damn.
What if you really what if you're
Which?
really
Which?
unhappy?
Which?
Hang on, bro. What if you're really unhappy? Is that like really
Kieran, I've
unhappy?
been trying to tell you something for a while.
yeah, you know,
You keep
there is this
overtalking
thing
me.
called. I recommend you a book about the Stoicism. You can read it, okay? And shut the fuck up about your fucking feelings for a little while. You're not a woman, and if you're a woman in the relationship, then probably it's time to go to your priest so you can talk to him about it. And you know what's the cool thing about my society? That you have to go to church. So there you go.
Yeah, bro.
Hey,
just
Kieran.
to respond, just to respond, bro, I couldn't give a fuck about Stoicism. There's a hot take. I couldn't give a fuck.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Then find another book about Stoicism because you're
He's
gonna have
just
to give
talking
a
about
fuck.
keeping your
Well, but-
emotions under check because they shouldn't run your life.
Kieran,
Sure, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
I just want you to know, Kieran, Confluence already proposed to Bonnie Blue. I know you've been keeping tabs on her. I just
Whoa.
want you to
I missed
know
that. I missed that. I missed
Dear
that.
Lord.
Maybe he can fix
I
it.
got a
Maybe
picture.
he-
It's in
maybe he
Abe's
can
Funny's
fix it.
Bones.
I'm sure that's what he
confirm that.
thinks.
He can fix it, bro. He can fix
Sure.
it. And then
No, he can't.
and then she'll start a ministry with an online course on how
Oh,
to be
dear
Christian.
Lord.
Oh, I don't. Stop it. Okay.
So, okay, let's step outside the bounds of just relationships, of marriage and family. What are the greater duties to, say, your faith or to the greater society for men and for women?
Well, I mean, when it comes to faith, at least for me, it's the first commandment of love God with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul. And then everything else kind of comes from that. It's love. Then, secondly, love your neighbor as yourself, which that stems from loving God. If you love God and you view your fellow man in the image of God, you will naturally respect and love them as well. It's the one
Do you
duty
think-
that leads to all other duties.
Right. And something I've always thought of is when Christ says that, love God and love your neighbor, that command, it kind of encompasses everything into them, right? Because you're not going to do the other things that are against the commandments, because those are all kind of taken in by, you don't do these things to people you love. You don't harm them. You don't lie to them. You don't steal from them. You don't covet them. Like, all these things kind of fall within. You wouldn't do those to someone you love because you're taking active measures to love.
I think
right?
one of the things that really struck me in the Gospels was when Jesus was gathering the apostles, and he found the fishermen, and they're fishing with their dad, and Jesus said, I'm paraphrasing, "Don't worry about your dad, don't worry about your family, come with me." Somehow, I'm trying to reconcile that, which is like which to his point was, love God, and if that takes you away, it takes you away.
Oh, Kieran, watch The Birth.
Bro, look, that's a different argument. Abe, that's a conversation about men's spaces and women's spaces. So in the modern era, men should cut the umbilical cord. Men should watch the birth. Men should be there holding the hand. I'm going back to old school. Men should be in the waiting room smoking a cigar, waiting for the child to be born. I just think like that.
If you're talking about early America, if you're going back to like way back, then I don't know that it would be the same as we had as cultural norms here. But
What do you mean?
I don't think that in the Middle East in 57 AD or BC they had the same cultural norms that we have today. That's not a man's space to be in, knowing about the birth of the child or the umbilical cord or anything like that. I think that we have a weird normalcy bias today because of the way that our culture has developed over time. And I think that we fall into it and we think that it's right because it's normal to us, rather than what it has been in the past.
I agree, and I'll tell you, as a man who's watched 3 births, I would recommend don't do it. Don't do it. Just let the women take care of women's business, and the men take care of men's business. Just life will be better.
I don't know.
Disgusting.
Yes.
I was there for both of my children's births, and I cut the umbilical cords, and as much as it is gross and it is weird, it also, I think, affixes you to them in a different way than if you don't.
It does, but I did one time, excuse me for being crude, but I did once see a comedian who said watching my wife give birth was like watching my favourite pub burn down. Okay? I'm not going to lie.
Oh, that's where you got that argument.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that statement, but just the difference in people, I suppose.
No, I gotcha. Kat brought it up, so I had to address it. I think I'd have been happier to have not been at the birth of my children. To let women do their business and men do their business. So, which brings up a different argument. Is there women's business and men's business?
Well, first of all, I would ask, well, business can be separated. My question to you would be, how is it not your business if you put the seed in for that baby in the first place? How's that not part of your business?
Well, that's kind of a complicated. I do have an answer, but I don't want to take your stream in a different direction.
I can.
Okay.
Well, can I
Is
answer
that
that? I guess in my opinion, though, you could separate into, if you're talking about women's business and men's business, the woman's business is in those first couple years. The men's business is later on, once they start to mature and need guidance. So you could say that, it is solely the women's business for that, even including the birth and for the first couple years of nursing, until the man even has a need to get involved, other than to make sure that the wife is protected during that time.
Okay.
That's my
I don't think that-
Oxycat, get
I don't
up
think
here
it's a
and
hot take. I
confront
think it's
Kieran.
pretty realistic. So, okay, we went on to like spiritual, basically, duties or duty to faith. What about duty to your society or to your nation? Do you think we have, as men, as women, as people in general?
In that, I don't know. In that sense, I think it's more of a transactional thing, because you get something from the society by living in it. Therefore, you should give something back to that society to ensure its continuation. So, like the draft and the obligation to raise families to procreate and ensure that the society has a sustainable population. Like I said, it's, when it comes to outside of faith, it's a very transactional thing to me, at least.
But if you step into faith, then there's definitely,
Well, when you step into faith, it's there is no equal between you and God. There is no transaction, because God's love is so overwhelming, so much greater than anything we can comprehend. You can't possibly even begin to have an equal transaction with God.
Right. Do you think you have duties, though, spelled out for you in that way, right? Like, you as a human being beneath the coverage of God, do you have duties within the world itself then?
Yeah, as far as if you're going to be obedient to the will of God, and it's His will that we populate the earth and that we follow His commandments, then yeah, you have a duty within your own society to ensure, or at least in your own personal life, that by following those commandments, you're doing His will. And then naturally, by doing that, others, even if you don't enforce it on others, if you do it yourself, it will spread among people, because they'll see your own success in life and your own blessings of God.
I think that's a fair estimation. I do. I think that when
Rough.
people see things go the way that they should go, they're drawn towards it, right? Kind of like that, the candle, right? They're drawn towards what is done right and done good, often. Not always.
Right. But the problem is, in our current society, is even if a lot of people say they do that, they don't live it, and people can see their hypocrisy, and that leads people down to nihilism and being cynical and just doing the total opposite.
That's fair.
Alright.
That's definitely fair. What do you think, Emmett? Oh, he's talking to his stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to my stream for just a second. I'm gonna pretty much send everyone around here, but everybody is here already, so I'm gonna
Rude.
just pretty much end it.
Rude.
Okay. I mean, I don't think
If
it's
you
weird.
don't subscribe
what he's
to
doing.
Emmett, you're gay.
I'm only playing. I'm only
That's
playing.
true. Everybody should subscribe to Emmett.
I agree
if-
too.
If nothing
the
else,
only
you can argue
person
with him.
I unsubscribe to is Kieran.
Oh,
Actually-
dang.
Actually, K2, you have inspired me. I'm going right now to unsubscribe from Emmett.
I thought, wait, K2, I thought you unsubscribed from Sailor too.
I do too. I do that. Too.
Well, you can't say only if it's two.
Well, I haven't done that in a while. To be fair, yes.
K2 is a bit like a crazy ex-girlfriend. He always tells you he's leaving, right? But never fucking leaves.
Or he leaves for a short time and comes
And then
back.
comes back.
Yeah. Exactly.
Kieran, I need you in my life.
Nothing without you.
I'm nothing
too.
without you, Kieran.
Me too. I need me in my life too.
No, you don't. You need me.
Kat, I hope you feel better.
That's hilarious. No, you don't. You need me, bro.
Oh my
You sound like three of my ex-girlfriends. I'm not even lying. You're scaring me right now.
I'm going for the meme, bro.
Maybe
I
he
live for
knows
the
them.
memes.
Mhm.
I'm going for the memes.
I'm starting to wonder if K2 is using a voice changer. Maybe K2 is one of my ex-girlfriends, and he
I don't
found
think
me.
so.
Uh,
Unless you date really gruff looking dudes, I don't.
using it's all AI.
Yeah, it's all AI. Everything's
all
AI
AI.
now.
I don't know. I got
Well-
so far. I got Paige with her Burger King hat on, with
Burger
Kieran
Queen.
with his blue hair,
Oh yeah.
and then I got Cecil with his green parrot on his shoulder, all in a plane together.
Oh, you're compiling them all together in one plane,
Yes,
huh?
I need to get Confluence and Bonnie Blue sitting next to each other.
Where is that?
Oh,
Where's
no.
the plane going? I want to know
Yeah.
where the plane's going.
That's a good question. Nobody knows.
Oh,
I'm trying to get the
But-
AI to put them together in the two seats next to each other.
this sounds like a creepy plane ride to me.
Well, I was going to
no,
wonder,
this is just
K2,
everybody who I made memes of, and then
you also
Indian
put, you
Jesus
also,
busting through with
K2.
AK.
K2, you also put blue nail polish on me. You spent a lot of time putting blue
No,
nail
get
polish
it right. Get it right. It was pink nail polish.
Oh,
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
you've got the color wrong.
yeah,
the
you got
details
the
matter.
color wrong.
Which means I'm
Details
lying.
matter.
So
Yes.
K2, if a plane is falling out of the sky, is it still flying?
No, it's falling with style.
He's quoting Toy Story. To infinity and
And
beyond.
beyond. That's right.
That's right.
Right.
Hold on. I'll
He's
send
got
that
it.
picture to Emmett, and then Emmett can put it. Oh wait, never mind. This is Abe's stream. Hold on. I'll send it to Abe.
Oh, okay. Dork.
I'd probably have a look at it first before you share it, knowing K2. I'm only playing.
I see.
But have a look first.
All right, I sent it to you.
Okay, I'm looking. Hold on. Oh,
It's a
Oh
work
my
in progress.
goodness.
Everybody that I
This
made memes
picture.
of.
this picture. What the heck, K2? You're freaking hilarious.
Is it in the Discord? Where is
He sent it to my. I'm gonna post it up here so everybody can see it. Oh my goodness. What the heck?
Hang on a
I'm
minute.
adding everybody slowly.
there's a lot
That's
of empty
hilarious.
seats there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a lot of seats to fill.
I got a lot of seats to fill. It's a work in progress.
Oh my
Hang on a
gosh, K2.
Hang on a minute. That's Luna. That's Luna on the left with the blue hair.
Oh
Don't-
my
don't-
gosh.
Don't dead name me. That's Luna.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
Good
that's
to know.
and that's Paige. Bro, what was that? Was that EOD?
No, that was
It-
Cecil.
Oh,
Right?
That was
Cecil.
Cecil. Cecil, they're his love audit or whatever. He dated Shaniqua, and then Shaniqua made him ghetto. So I just photoshopped his face onto the brother on Napoleon Dynamite and put Emmett's
Oh my
ghetto
gosh.
bird on it.
Oh my god, Kate, you know,
That's freaking
If
funny.
you look closely, the bird has a green do-rag because it's part of Greenberg gang. Throwing up gang signs.
Yeah.
you know,
Greenberg
K2,
gang.
I'm so convinced, K2, you are a frustrated artiste.
Yeah.
You are a frustrated artiste.
Yeah.
I am. I need to
It's
get
trying to
Jew
change the world.
Cruise. I need to get Jew Cruise in there too somewhere.
Oh. Well, that should be
And-
easy. You already have his picture.
I know. It also has the Jew curls and the yarmulke.
All right then.
I reckon
I can't do a Ted Cruz voice.
that would really work.
He's a weird one.
K2, I
to
reckon
do it.
in that picture, K2, if you made yourself the flight attendant who's given the instructions for when the plane's going down, that'd be fucking perfect.
I was thinking he'd be the pilot, but
Well, the pilot
I
isn't
do
really
have a
seen.
CDL. I
Yeah.
do have a CDL. I am qualified.
Wait,
Oh
your name
my.
is Panjit?
Panjit. No, because he usually screams about him. So I don't think he is. Otherwise,
But with what
He would-
accent?
whatever his current accent is, I don't even know what his accent
I don't know.
is.
I'd rather trust a Panjit than two female pilots.
That's a big
I
call.
mean-
That's a topic for debate. Would you rather fly in a plane with a Pakistani man or a Western female as a pilot? That's a good topic.
Pakistani, especially if one of the females is a woman of color. What?
That's a strange equation to ask.
Well, it brings in racism and sexism into the one conversation.
Well, I am all of those above.
depends on the airline. Depends on which airline you're flying. If it's Spirit,
That's true.
then I won't
This
do
is
neither of them.
Spirit. Everybody's
Yeah,
on
Don't
neither
get
of
on
them.
that plane. Don't get on that plane. That's true. Oh my god, don't get on that plane.
Well, Amagad, would you be prepared to die on this hill? Would you prefer a male pilot or a female pilot? Like you're walking onto the plane and the pilot and co-pilot, they're both men or they're both women. Can you lay down what you think about that?
Well,
What I
I'm
think-
gonna take it to the extreme.
Hang
If I
on, bro.
saw a
Hang on,
pi-
bro. Hang on, bro.
Kaiju just jumps
Let him
in.
answer the question. Let him,
Yeah, what I think about it is
I
I,
was
don't
gonna-
have time to worry about that shit. I got better things to do with my day than to worry about that. And
And hit the bell.
if it's my fate for that plane to go down and everybody with me, yeah, so be it.
Oh,
This,
right. He's gonna be that one
this-
meme where he
No,
saw
this,
Final Destination and then
He's
this,
he's
right.
gentlemen,
It's in
okay,
God's
so-
hands.
turn the lights
gentlemen,
off.
gentlemen, this is what we call deflection.
Kieran Rooney, my joke.
Deflection. Deflection.
No, I just got more important shit to worry about than who's flying my plane.
Deflection. Deflection.
I don't know what
What would I
deflection means.
prefer?
Hang on, bro. When you're a passenger in a plane, what more important shit do you have to worry about than who's flying the fucking plane? That's like the most important thing.
Yeah, where I'm going.
I'm watching my iPad. I don't look up to look at people. It's bad manners.
He's like, I don't care. I literally don't care. If it's my time, it's my time. I've had that feeling before. It was
Yeah.
You get
I'll
that
take my
feeling
chances
there was-
with
you're
I would
behind a
I take my
logger?
chances with female pilots every day of the week.
when there was
It's not a-
inbound fire, you know, you don't care. Like it's
Well,
either
hold
you're
on.
gonna survive or you're not gonna survive, and it's not
Do
up
you
to you whether
feel-
you do or not.
Do you feel that same way when you're behind a log truck?
Don't think you can see the driver when you're behind the truck.
That and I
No,
don't, I don't
no,
stay behind a log
I'm
truck.
talking
Wait.
about
Fair.
like Final Destination.
Well, yeah,
thing
Final
here.
Destination taught us not to drive behind log trucks.
True.
That was the lesson.
And that's happened in real life, by the way. Like
Yeah.
people taking spears through their vehicle. Like that's a real thing. And it didn't matter who the driver was, by the way.
Well, I saw there was a telephone company put a new pole in, and just someone rear-ended one of those poles. I don't know how you don't see the orange flag.
There's all it
Probably
takes is
looked at
for
their
one
phone or something.
Yep. One moment of distraction. That's all it takes. One moment of distraction.
Well, I
Which-
don't think it's.
Go ahead, Emmett.
I
That's a
don't know.
wild
It
video.
depends. It would depend on. I would be more worried about what kind of airline I'm going into, that the
Sprint,
pilot itself.
Spirit.
Oh, then I just accept my fate anyway, right?
Make your peace with God.
It is
before you
what
go
it
off the
is. Yeah, it's like-
plane. 'Cause you're gonna be a
Emmett,
spirit.
What's
Emmett, hang on, Emmett. Accept your fate. You're the guy who wants to be a totalitarian dictator of the world and enforce Christianity on the
Yeah.
world. What do you mean accept
But
your
I'm
fate?
not.
Accept your
But
fate.
I'm not, because a bunch of boomers cannot take their shit together. They're like, oh, I just do it. Let's give them stern looks, and that will teach them.
Well,
it
I'm
did
going to
not-
accept.
It did not do
I'm gonna-
anything.
I'm going to accept my fate. That'll teach them. I'm going to accept my fate.
Do you know what's that called? It's
What?
called stoicism.
Yeah, fuck stoicism. Fuck stoicism. Stoicism's gay.
So is Kieran.
I would say it's the opposite, but
Well, prove me wrong.
I don't have feelings for men. I'm stoic about it.
Yeah, said every gay guy ever.
Yeah,
I
you're the one
don't
to
think
know,
that's the
though.
case.
I'm just saying.
No.
I'm pretty
Mo-
sure.
most-
I'm pretty
every
sure.
gay
I'm
guy
pretty,
ever.
I'm pretty.
I don't
I'm
know-
pretty sure.
I don't know if-
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure most men who don't have feelings for men don't need to declare I don't have feelings for men. Right? That's,
I don't know if you've seen it, but a lot of gay people declare everything about themselves. In fact, it's part of whatever they are. It's like the first thing in the morning, they think they're the main character in a Disney movie, and they have to depict every single thought in their mind. Oh, my day starts with I am
like,
gay
have you
and
seen
shit.
the parades? Because I'm pretty sure that's like a wide
Hey, guys.
declaration.
Let's have a straight parade, and then somebody dress up as the shark from Katy Perry's music
I
video.
don't know. That sounds pretty
I
good.
reckon. I
That-
reckon a straight parade would be really good.
I don't
I
know
reckon
why
we
you
should-
need a parade.
I think a straight parade would be
correct.
pretty gay.
Look, it was established this morning that the G's can't be stoic.
Oh, I'm sorry, we're not supposed to say that.
It was a
The
troll
G's?
parade.
The G word.
Yeah.
I can't believe I can't get support for a straight parade. Like families and children. All
That's
coming
different.
Out.
That's different than a
That'd be
straight
awesome.
parade.
Yeah,
A
you're-
family parade is a whole different thing. That would be fine. Not like 27 guys marching down the street saying how straight they are. That sounds so stupid. It's not even funny.
It does
Yeah,
sound
when
gay.
was the last time you
That
heard
does
a
sound gay.
straight parade?
No, but
Did you have
Oh,
one?
it did happen. It did happen. Look up the shark at the straight
It's-
parade.
Okay. The
just saying.
Groypers
But it
don't.
wasn't
The
Troy.
Groypers are cat boys. Okay, they don't count. Just letting you know. Letting you
Hold
know
on,
that the
hold on,
Groypers
hold
are
on.
cat boys. They don't count. Just letting you know.
It's fair.
yeah, but
You're
but
telling
also,
me Nick
but,
Fuentes was wrong with Piers Morgan? I don't believe that one.
No, Piers.
But-
Piers Morgan is. I'm not gonna talk about Piers Morgan.
I do.
He's the
I do-
dumbest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. That's
No,
my
no,
that
he's
was
just a
estimation in that
boomer.
interview.
12
but
million.
But can't you imagine like 1,500 straight guys in a parade going, I'm straight, I'm straight, I'm straight. It'd be the straightest thing ever.
No,
They don't see.
I don't.
Look, you're getting ideas of actual straight
It would
parades,
sound like
later in
Coke.
days. They just go up. They have what do we have? We have barbecues. We have beers. We have a good time. We have good music. We go home. We don't talk
would
about
Yeah.
what things we want to put in each other
Correct.
the
Emmett,
private
correct.
parts.
I would argue
wanna-
that a military parade is a straight parade.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
That's
I-
fair.
I don't know.
That's
Don't
fair.
ask, don't tell was a thing. I'm just saying. And then the
Oh, what the
Biden
bro?
administration.
What the bro? There's,
They weren't allowed
so,
to-
so there's no atheists. There's no atheists in foxholes. Is that what you're saying? It's,
Yeah, there's no atheists in foxholes. That's true. I
Wild.
wonder what happens to them. They start appearing after.
I do feel
Yeah.
bad. I'm going to back out. I'm not a military man, and we have some military guys here. So, out of respect, I'm going to shut the fuck up because I'm speaking out of turn.
Kieran doesn't want to tell
doesn't-
and then loses.
No, I think what you guys said was a good one. Like you could literally have the floats be just big barbecues with families eating barbecue together and just sitting and listening to music, eating food. And that would be,
Well,
without saying anything, they don't even need to say anything. Just show how glorious that life is, and that's good.
Oh, also,
well,
like
to be
imagine,
honest, that would piss off everybody in the left.
imagine
All right, now
during.
go ahead, Garen.
Thank you, brother. Imagine during the barbecue, some father has his like 5-year-old daughter. He has his 5-year-old daughter in his left arm, and he's flipping burgers with his right arm. Fuck yeah, that's super straight. That's super straight.
No.
But you don't have to say anything. That's the
Super
point.
straight
Correct.
is
Correct.
a dad holding a beer and then the kid and then catching a baseball at the same time.
I'll go one further.
That
I'll go one
cricket is
further.
gay.
You have two separate
Cricket is
things.
gay.
Those.
It's a dad throwing his 5-year-old daughter in the air 3 feet and catching her.
This could all be happening on the same
Well,
float.
no,
Just throwing it out
Hold
there.
on,
Correct.
that already happened with the dad catching the baseball while holding a beer. You drop
Go.
the kid, catch it, and then boom.
It's fucking great. It was great. And also,
already beat
I've also seen that clip. Where a female reporter was talking to a baseball player, and then someone smacked the ball, and somehow he had a
Caught it.
sixth sense, and he
Yeah.
caught it.
It was so cool. That's such a good clip.
It's so
Saves
good,
her
bro.
life.
Correct.
It's good stuff.
But how? How did he fucking see it? Like I'm watching it. He's got his back to the ball and just put his arm out and went boom and caught it. How?
Instinct, just like how
fast-
goalies do that too. The goalie will take his glove and then put it like behind his back where he can't see it, and then catch the puck. Very athletic.
The thing
ability.
about humans is when training in a specific thing, we can become pretty adept at it. And like even the sound of the ball traveling through the air may be something that
Gotcha. Yeah, that
he
makes
sensed,
sense.
like
Yeah.
everything.
So your body reacts before your mind does.
Hmm
You have enough
Muscle
training.
memory is a thing. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's pretty awesome though.
It's
Either
a-
way, like that was a
Fucking awesome.
fantastic clip. I was like, dang, that was freaking cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
There's also one where a batsman in baseball lost the bat. The bat flew to the crowd, and some dude just stuck his arm out.
caught it. Yeah,
Fucking based.
it's
Love it.
great. It's good stuff, man. It's the way it should be.
Dodgers game.
Just a whole bunch
I
of
believe it.
superheroes.
Well,
Yeah.
I think we all. I don't know. I've had moments like that where I dropped something and I just like immediately reflexively
Yep.
caught it and like
Yep.
it's like holy
Oh,
shit, how did I do that?
It's so funny. Like you drop something and you kick it with your foot, and it
Oh,
goes in
and
the air,
catch.
and you
Yeah.
fucking catch it. Right? It's,
Like, oh, what's
It's
the way I
awesome.
was recording that?
I know, right?
I think we all have those moments where your
Mm.
visual spatial abilities were off the chart and you're like, that happened. That was real.
I know. Like, was that me? Yes, that was me. Fuck, I'm awesome. It's
Yeah.
We're all capable.
Exactly. Yep. Definitely. Oh, so I would ask, I guess, since we're at this point, any prescriptions you guys could see that we could make for society as a whole to move towards betterment.
I think I'll let somebody else go first. I've been jumping in first.
I'll do it. Don't lie.
It's a good one.
Don't lie to other people, and don't lie to yourself.
It's good.
There was the question of enforcement in that case. So I don't know. My prescription would be hold leadership accountable. I think we need better leadership. I was reading something the other day about, I don't know what y'all think about this, but without solid leadership that's held accountable, that holds society accountable, society will go one of two ways. It'll either devolve into the anarchy of self-love and self-pleasure, or it'll devolve into two camps. One camp will be that, other camp will be the authoritarian that want to prevent society from falling into anarchy and self-pleasure. And so you just end up with these two extremes, and you need good leadership that's held accountable, that leads by example to bridge that gap.
Bro, can you put that into one sentence?
No, that was good. That was really good. You need
Okay.
somebody.
Abe,
You
I
need
put a
to.
video backstage for you. Sorry.
You need
Check that
to
out.
stem the tide before the tide, right?
Yeah. I'm
You
just
need
saying
to hold it
without,
together.
Yeah, without proper leadership and accountability in society, it'll just devolve into two extremes of anarchy and authoritarianism, and those two groups will just be fighting for the rest of all eternity.
Yeah, but I think when you say proper leadership, where does that lie? I think it lies with the individual, not with somebody else.
It starts there.
I'm
Yeah.
not looking for somebody else to provide leadership.
Well, no, because we have a nation and there's leaders in that nation, so we have to hold the leadership of the society as a whole to a standard. We have to. And as things have gone on, we've just trusted in the system and allowed it to continue to function as it has, and it's gone off the rails.
I mean, but you can also break it down to like in a family. If the family should have a good leader that is they're accountable and for their actions, and that will, like I said, you just scale it up to the national level.
Yeah.
No, sorry, bro. No.
You don't think families should have strong leaders?
Yeah, they should. Yeah, but you can't scale family up to government.
Well,
That's
what
Kieran's wife.
that's how it, that's. I mean, I've said this before. Like, you have to build a good, strong family, and that good, strong family is the baseline for a strong society. And then from there, the society becomes something greater, like a nation. And it literally is like foundational, right? You need good, strong families with a moral compass, and then they will build communities that are that. And then those communities will build up states that are that, and those states will build up a nation that is that. And absent the foundational principles, the family, the strong nuclear family as the core, then the rest of the nation can't even exist. Because it's literally a representation all the way up from the bottom to the top. No,
Preach.
You don't think so?
No, preach, brother, preach.
No.
You're 100% correct.
They found a new song for me this weekend, and I'm scared.
Is that video safe to play on here?
If you
Tutu?
want to check it out, it should be. I don't think
Okay.
it really says. It says straight life matters. Everyone's lives matters except for communists.
Oh.
Socialists.
Oh,
Wow.
no, it's not. It's
that
not
say-
safe to play,
did
by
that
the
say-
way, Abe.
Did that say straight lives matter? Oh my god, straight lives matter.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's not the
crazy.
problem. The problem is the communism comment.
Yeah.
Well-
Speaking of, go ahead, Abe.
It's a Vice interview thing from YouTube already,
Oh,
but it's like a street side interview thing.
We
I
worry
would say
about
that's the only
copyright.
part would be questionable.
Vice might hit me though,
Oh shit! Never
because
mind.
Vice is, yeah, Vice.
It's kind of
I thought Vice went bankrupt.
Well, then even better for them to hit people who are doing any kind of clipping.
actually, Vice did go bankrupt. They
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
they were out of business. So,
Well,
Well, I know they.
Well, Armageddon.
Is he going to play it or is he not going to play
Oh,
it? He's thinking about it. He's thinking
you
about
know
it.
what?
It happens.
Kieran's
I mean,
not
this is it right here.
monetized. Kieran will
What it
play
looks
it.
like.
Is it what is the name of the girl?
No, it's
Oh, no.
Chiumu. It's not that girl. If it was,
Okay.
you're thinking of like that Caitlyn girl, whatever.
I
Yeah,
love Caitlin Bennett. I love Caitlin
Yeah,
Bennett.
it's
yeah.
not her.
Caitlyn
It's not
Bennett.
her. It's not her. If it was her,
The-
I would just play at Liberty, whatever, Liberty Hangout or whatever.
Yep, correct.
I would just play that.
The one.
Liberty Hangout.
I would play that if it was just that.
She-
but-
She is one of the best ringers in the world. She is.
She's doing good work out there.
She is. She is. I saw her. She made a video about her origin story. It was fucking epic. Fucking epic.
I was gonna say, speaking of communism, anybody see where the new they're making a 1980 or no, was it Animal Farm movie?
Really?
It's a.
I heard about that. I
where
heard about
it's an anti-capitalist now.
They made
Oh,
it woke. They made it woke.
And it's like it goes to the whole left rewriting history and controlling the narrative. And I was
Of
just like,
course.
what's next? Like 1984, where Big Brother's like sympathetic and Winston's the villain and all this. It's like,
I thought
yeah.
Winston is a villain.
What the hell? Winston is a villain?
No,
No,
he
he's
falls
saying if
for
they
the-
rewrote it.
No,
If I could, a quick response to Elder Lion. Kieran likes that lady so much. He plays the same video for 8 out of 9 streams. Elder Lion, yes, I do. And my wife is beside me every time. And she also loves Caitlin Bennett. So, fuck you, Elder Lion. Just
Oh my
playing.
God. Wow. Damn.
Sorry, bro.
I don't know if
I
I like
already
Caitlin
thought
Bennett or not.
Winston was a villain.
No,
No.
Winston was a weirdo. That's what it was. He was
Yeah.
kind of a weirdo.
I don't know.
he was just the lens through which you viewed the world, and he
Yeah,
made good
very
and bad
fucking weird
decisions
lens. It
throughout
was
the
like,
thing.
I used to
Well-
have a wife, but my wife was a fucking commie, and I couldn't love her. And we had
Well,
a kid
I-
together, and I'm
Part of
depressed, kind of. It was so
Well,
weird. Fucking.
I don't know. Part of the issue is he's born into a system that's so screwed up he doesn't know how to even navigate it correctly. And even if he did navigate it correctly, he's putting himself and his entire family in jeopardy at all turns. So that's the whole thing. Like, don't let society get this bad because you'll be in this position.
Yeah, he represents the cognitive dissonance
I thought
of
we were
living in
talking
that
about
society.
Churchill.
No.
I swear I saw that guy. And he
1984.
was saying, "I love the government," and at the end, it's just him doing the same thing. That
Well,
was
if
a
you're
good part of
brainwashed.
the movie.
If you're brainwashed from the
was,
beginning
uh,
of your life until your adult years and you start to realize the issues with the system you're living within, that's kind of the situation he was in. Like, you're born into a system that's flawed and destructive and harming everyone.
We're kind of running into that with Gen Z now. They're rebelling, but then they're also trapped.
Yep.
Well, I don't think they know what is the problem, and the problem, and there's like there's libertarians at heart, like Kieran, that still
Wanna
use the
coom on
libertarian
spaghetti?
arguments, and it's just Goomy Fest. It's like
Kieran
They
just wants to
literally-
scoom on your
libertarians literally gave up all of the amazing things that they had in order to coom. Like, that's all we wanted.
Well, that
What
goes
about
back to
paying
what I
less in
said.
taxes? No, we'll pay more in
Well,
taxes, but we want to coom.
It's the two camps. It's
Emmett,
the
the-
authoritarian
the-
and the self-pleasure.
The only thing that libertarians have is cooming because they have to chase pleasure. So if you go full libertarian, you go, what's my motivation in life?
It's my
so-
what's my desire? It's just my desire.
No, bro, I'm saying either seek pleasure or avoid pain.
I
Which
know
is-
what it is, Kieran. I know what it is.
Of course you do.
It's to have a
It's a-
tiger farm and then fuck that bitch Carol Baskin.
Oh my gosh.
It just, hey, why are you laughing in the background? Sorry, boys. Right, bro, woman, you're supposed to be quiet.
That is
That just
Uh,
made it. That just made it for
I
me.
didn't expect that one.
Aren't they coming out with another one of those? Or did they already? With like a
I think
Oh,
he's
no.
in jail.
Well, no, but it's like a different animal, a different crazy.
I'm sure there's plenty of them like that in this crazy world we
But
live in.
similar. It's similar when they tried to make they tried to remake Snow White, and they were trying to be politically correct, so they didn't want to have dwarfs, so they made a whole bunch of woke characters, and then all the dwarfs said, "What the fuck, bro? We had one shot. We
True.
had literally one shot." And then
And the leader of their union, that small guy that was in the Game of Thrones, he's like, "This is the perfect
Yeah.
job for me."
Peter Dinklage.
I know, you fucking retards. We had one shot to be famous as dwarfs. And then Disney, in their wisdom, decided to make animated dwarfs. What the fuck?
Super sad. Super sad. But
Well,
Super sad.
they always fuck themselves. Like their worldview and their perspective goes around in circles, and they always end up just fucking themselves.
Well, them and everyone else, right? Because to be fair, Disney's buying up everything at an amazing pace. And if that's the case, then they're just slowly but surely eroding everything that we care about or like or have any interest in.
That's true. Like when they did the fucking the second Ghostbusters, didn't even call it Ghostbusters 2. Called it the same name as the original. Replaced all the men with women and all the women with men.
They already had a
And this-
Ghostbusters too, Kieran.
Bro, not the point I'm making.
Well, there's no original ideas left in Hollywood, anyways. If you want original,
there is.
look at the indie films.
Well, there
There's like
there could
one-
be. There
I
could
There's
reckon-
like one original idea.
But they're
Alright.
chasing a cash cow, and so it's easier to just reproduce things that already exist rather than look for creative minds that actually want some level of control over their project.
That's true.
Okay,
I reckon Emmett.
so-
I
Emmett,
haven't
Emmett,
watched the
Emmett.
new movie.
Hang on,
forever.
hang on, bro. Emmett.
Wait,
Write a
Deadpool.
Emmett, write a screenplay where Emmett takes over the world and enforces Christian Sharia law. That would be fucking awesome.
Are you
That's
stupid?
no
Why?
such
Oh
thing.
my
How
Why
god.
are
could it
you
be
still
Christian
on that,
Sharia?
Kieran?
Well, because Emmett
does that-
is really, he's determined.
You're
He's
Fuck
literally
you,
determined.
making.
boomer.
Okay,
I wonder how much
Let me-
history you've looked at.
Who?
let me put it this.
You-
Let me put it
you.
this way. Okay,
go on.
libertarians got control of the UK. What kind of law is being implemented in the UK right now?
That's what I'm saying.
Sharia
We should
law?
have a movie. We should have a movie.
No,
we should
Kieran,
make a movie.
Kieran,
Yeah, go on.
Kieran, what kind of law is being implemented in the UK right now when it was infected by libertarianism?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
No.
Are you gonna fly away from that?
Well, I
from that?
I love when people ask me questions instead of making a fucking point.
No, I'm just asking you. Like, do you
Well-
know which one? Do you know?
No,
Well,
I don't.
Kieran, I got a point
Oh,
here.
you don't. Well,
The UK
let me
is
tell
the
you
first
then.
Muslim country to have nukes.
yeah, the
You see, this guy knows how to make a point. Instead of answering
Yeah,
me
no.
questions.
so libertarians like to coom so much that they will absolutely like Sharia law. Okay, the only difference is we're gonna deal with Christian ethics, and you're not gonna fucking coom. Okay, that's the difference
That's the
about
point
it.
I was making. Emmett, make that movie. Write that screenplay. Emmett comes
It's the-
into Europe.
No, I was gonna,
And
I was gonna actually tell you why is it that you don't see new things in Hollywood, and it has to do with money. The producers don't take new don't take new stuff because
too risky.
they're risking too much money. It's too much risk, so they're using old stuff that is way easier to sell out that they know
That's
that they
fair.
can sell.
There was a time-
instead of
there
new
was a time-
ideas.
There was a time in Hollywood where out of every 10 movies, like 7 would lose money, 2 would
Mhm.
break even, and the 10th one, which they backed, would make up for all the rest.
Yeah.
They're a lot
Yeah,
cheaper to
You
make.
know,
than-
you know how they did it. You know how they did it.
No.
They paid a lot less in taxes. Now they're paying about 60%. So it's impossible for them to even break even in most cases. And
That-
that is one of the big fucking problems when it
Well,
comes to the full industry.
That and actors didn't make $50 million per role.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like that part specifically doesn't matter. The point is that you're paying so much in taxes and there's so much taxation that you cannot keep on going through all of that. Because that's exactly how it worked. Like you had 10 movies, they didn't make much money, and then you had like the one movie that make a lot of money, and that was the way that most things were financed.
I know what you
in-
did last summer.
the way that, for example, the way that Disney trained animators was by making B movies. So they had like the Little Mermaid 2 or whatever it was, and they had a full studio just for the new animators. And they would produce like very B tier movies that would sell because of the high movie, and they would take those animators that were good and take it to the main studio, and then they were making like the good movies there. And those movies were paying for both studios.
Yeah. What do you
Yeah, I
think?
think there was a time when when Hollywood would take a risk,
Yeah.
right? They go, oh, it's $100 million.
That's
Let's
what he's
fucking
saying.
go.
He's saying they
Yeah.
could afford to take that risk back then.
Yeah.
Now they can't.
Exactly.
They can't cover the cost of the risk. And I was wondering too if like does that apply to other sectors of industry in our society that they can't take risk with innovation unless they have massive government subsidies. And even in politics, people don't want to take a risk because the consequences are so great to the party and to their power structure.
Seems to be the case. It honestly does.
Dude, have you seen
we
all
live in-
those Whammo cars? I saw a Whammo car drive on the golf course and ran a school bus sign with the stop sign out.
Yep.
Well, all right then.
Yeah. I think I don't know. It's part of the symptoms of our affluent society is we're so comfortable we don't want to risk that comfort. Nobody wants to.
That's true. That's true. But Abe,
I don't know.
Abe,
I think the
I just
Amish
wanna-
got it right.
got one question. Abe,
Go ahead.
what the fuck are you eating? It like what is that?
An
Not your
apple turnover.
Sketty.
Apple turnover. Is that like a is that apple encased in pastry
Sure
with a
is.
bit of cinnamon?
Apple cinnamon.
Oh God, I can smell it. I can smell
Yeah.
it through the screen. I can smell it through the
Karen, you
screen.
want
You making me
Stand-
hungry, bro.
Hand it through the stream over to
I can smell it. Yeah, I can smell it.
I needed to eat something because I haven't eaten anything in a bit. So
That's fair.
Karen wants you to try his spaghetti.
stop it.
That's a bit too Coomerish, to be fair.
Oh, Paige is here. You should show her my
I know.
photo.
I say which page would hit the link.
You gotta
Because
show
it's
Paige
always
my photo.
well, it does change the dynamics when a girl comes on panel. It does change, but I could accept that to hear her perspective. But I've got a feeling she has better things to do.
Paige, look at the screen.
Do not eat the spaghetti.
Bro, spaghetti's pretty good. Don't be racist
Everyone
against
who makes it.
Italian people. Bro, there's Luna and Cecil and Paige so far. K2, this is an ongoing project.
Got to fill the plane.
I expect more from you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It depends on what this plane is going to, though.
That's a good question.
Because I don't want to
reckon
be
they-
on a plane if it's going somewhere bad. Okay.
I reckon it's flying to Sri Lanka. It's flying to Sri Lanka.
I can't make that joke, but it would be funny.
I know where you are going.
Oh, I know, me
Just-
too.
It
We all
just,
know.
it just hit the.
So
It was
could
a
we
good
fly
setup,
to,
though. It was a good setup.
It was, but I don't want to say that with all my friends on that plane either.
Well, can we just fly to Bali?
the second tower.
Can we fly to Bali? Right.
There, I didn't say it.
Going on vacation.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just fly to Bali, have a good time.
I was going to say
That
the Virgin
Indonesian-
Islands, but
Did you say Virgin Islands?
no island in specific.
Just
I
somewhere.
go to Agartha.
Hang on. Did you say specific or Pacific?
We're going to
like the specific.
Bring your
ocean.
white monsters.
We're going to the Pacific Islands. The Pacific Islands.
That's right.
hilarious.
A very specific island in the Pacific. A specific Pacific island. Okay.
A specific island in the Pacific Ocean.
Okay, smarty pants. Well, do any of you gentlemen have anything else to say on duty? Besides the fact that people laugh because it sounds like poop.
duty. So what I would say is we need to enforce the people going to church. That would make everything better. That's my prescription about duty. It's just enforcement of church
Yeah.
every Sunday.
I think
Or you
you
go
get
to,
the-
or
I
you
think
have to pay a fine, and if you don't pay the fine, you go to jail. And if you don't go to jail, you better get the fuck out of the country anyway.
I think
Or
you don't think the end result would be making churches a worse place with a bunch of
No.
people that don't want to be there?
no,
You don't think
that's fine.
you think
no.
you don't think that'd be antithetical to Christ knocking instead of kicking down the fucking door?
Oh, bro,
Well,
I can.
You don't
I
have to
actually
be
can.
catechized or baptized. You just have to go.
I do like the image of Christ kicking down the fucking door. That's kind of pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to. You're not gonna be part of that. You don't have to be part of the church. You just have to go. Yeah.
Do you think they'll
Yeah.
respect
Why,
the
why couldn't
church?
they- why can't they just go stand in a shed?
Well, they better or else. They better or else. I
Well,
mean, if
that's-
I'm enforcing the fact that you have to go to church, you think I'm gonna have any problem if you do any kind of vandalism in the church to send you just to jail?
Oh, so we need a new enforcement branch.
Yes, I agree with this.
It'd
It's
have to
gonna
be huge.
It's gonna
Knights
be.
Templar.
It's gonna be the Knights Templar. Good one, K2. I was gonna say
Oh my
something
gosh.
stupid, but you made it better. It's gonna be the
Or
Knights
maybe
Templar.
maybe
Amazing.
the Spanish Inquisition.
No one
Uh,
expects the
yeah.
Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah,
was
that
my
would be
first-
cool, but the Knights Templar is a little bit better. Better iconography. It's just
You
the
guys are
white with the
crazy.
red cross.
So
I'm gonna
Oh
be
my
like
God.
ta 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 ta.
so my advice is when
Knights
Emmett
Templar, open
when
up.
my advice is when Emmett eventually runs for Congress, don't vote for this guy. Fuck no. Don't vote for this
I'm
guy.
voting. He has my vote when I retire and move to Salt Lake City. If I can retire, because all the boomers want us all replaced with robots, so portfolios can go up.
Well, K2,
I'm doing great.
what Emmett will do, he'll offer you fucking free retirement for your submission. He'll say, I'll give you money. I'll give you money. Now,
No,
Now-
I want to work
now
towards
go to
my
church.
pension.
No,
No.
that
I'd
is
rather do
that is
that.
what you would do, libertarian. What I would do is you better have a fucking family because I'm not taking care of your ass. Okay, that is what I would do.
Emmett, that sounds a bit like the Bridesmaid's Tale.
I wish-
Have you read the Bridesmaid's? You sound a bit like the Bridesmaid's Tale.
Really? Now you sound like you're a liberal, actually.
Not me. Not me. That's fucking Emmett. That's not me.
What I would say is, I wish there was a way to gamify it, to play it out in models to see how each scenario would play out in the long
Make a
run.
rat city.
That
Make
takes
a rat
into
city.
That's
takes into
fair.
account all of these variables, because human nature is funny and kind of predictable, and I really wonder what the long term effects of each would be.
We
That's
can
a-
look
Just
at
hit the second
that's a
tower.
great-
Jonestown.
It's a
was
great
kind of
idea.
kind
It's a
of
great.
Right.
It's a great. Hey, great idea. But human nature is so fucking complex, and when you add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different people, or fucking 15 million people, it becomes so complex you can't model it. Like you can't.
I don't think that's the case. We have natural predilections as human beings, and
You can look at historical examples and parallels.
Good point. Good point. You could, which would
I
point,
don't know.
which would point to what we're doing right now is going to bring us down. Historically, we can look back and we can say,
Historically,
yes, historically.
no. What we're
Historically,
doing
well,
right
it's
now
gonna-
is going to lead us to
Get rid of
tyranny.
the world.
Anyway,
That's
I mean,
gonna
we're
lead
going
us
to a
the
different type
dissolution of the
tyranny,
empire.
It's gay.
Mhm.
yeah,
and you know what
It's gay.
happened with
It-
with Empire?
it looks like
Well-
it's mirroring it big time to me. Anyway,
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're getting to the old republic, to the old Roman Republic. So I'm looking, the characters I'm looking forward is
Nero?
Cicero, It's no, it's Cicero, and then I'm looking forward to our Kaiser, which is not. I thought it was Trump, but it's not gonna be Trump. And then we need to have the lackeys like Marcus Antonius and Crassus. So we're getting
name is
there, but we
Maximus.
still need a Cicero. We still need a Caesar and a Pompey.
Who's
My
gonna
name
be
is
Nero? That's
Maximus.
what I wanna know.
Yeah, no kidding.
Maximus.
Wow. Interesting, gentlemen. Interesting.
Maximus is a cool name.
Yeah, we need
It
we need
is.
cooler names. I agree.
Maximus.
Yep. Go medieval with the naming.
I just found out that Emmett is way too smart for me to engage with. That like he said all the names. He dropped all the names, bro.
It's about time you realize that, Kieran. We've all been waiting.
Well, I do enjoy like history in a sense, and
Enjoy history. What the fuck?
yeah,
Enjoy.
I
Yeah.
enjoy it.
What you enjoy all the
It's
You enjoy-
entertainment. It's not like I'm getting anything out of history most of the time. I'm just getting entertained by the fact that Julius Caesar is Julius Caesar
Come on.
doing Julius Caesar
Kieran-
shit.
You can't tell me you've never sat down and watched a World War II documentary and just been totally enthralled.
I'm starting to realize
Yep.
I can't say it.
bro. My main thing right now is watching documentaries about the history of the USA. That is enthralling.
Yeah,
There you go. History.
Not gonna
Entertaining.
lie.
I'm
No,
starting
not-
to question World War II. Let's just say that.
How so?
Oh, Kieran, I have to ask you.
We can't
So-
go there.
My people got pew pewed in your in Neverland, right? What do you think about all of that? And also, do you really believe that the guy who took out the rifle didn't know how to use it, even though he's part of the Sand People? I think it was like kind of planned to make them look a little less bad.
Hang on. Did you say my people got took out?
Yeah.
I think it's to make it look like there's a.
Hang
certain
on, bro.
going
Hang on, bro. I'm responding. Emmett, did you say my people?
Yes. Do you know the joke?
Oh yes. God. Oh, you fucking retard. Okay. Sorry. You got me. Yes. Yes, I know. Bro, it is a dark hour in our country. I'm not going to lie.
I don't think so. I think you need more guns and expect.
I
it to
agree.
keep happening.
I agree.
that's
I
the
agree.
scariest thing is everybody calling for more gun control and more censorship.
I know. It's
Mhm.
well. Look.
Every time. Every time.
They're
We need
doing
more
two.
gun control.
Bro, as the resident Australian, I'll give my take. They're diverting the conversation towards two things. The first is more gun control, and also the fact that the hero of the day, who was an absolute fucking legend, was also a Muslim. So they're going to say,
that's what I
Oh,
was
fuck.
saying. That if you think it's part of a psyop to make them look less bad.
I
No,
think it's two times the psyop, so more people welcome them, and to show
No,
that
it's not.
there's a certain type of hate going on. That's
no, it's
more
not. No, it's not.
than
No,
us
it's
just
not.
hating
No, yeah, I
the eye
disagree.
country.
No, it's not.
I
The
don't
guy,
know.
the
I
guy,
don't know, I'm
the
just
guy,
asking.
the guy.
I'm gonna do my best
Just-
Candace Owens impersonation. I'm just asking
Oh no, right?
questions.
Conspiracy
asking
I'm just
theories.
asking the hard
Yes.
questions.
Just asking questions.
The guy who the guy who took down the gunman is an absolute fucking hero, absolute legend.
But
No
he didn't
doubt
took
about
it down. He just he.
He
This is
did
my
more than
problem.
others.
He had the gun.
think about it. Think about it, bro. Think about it. Okay. There's
Is that Carol
there's-
Baskin in the back?
bro.
It is Carol Baskin in the back.
No, shut the fuck up.
bitch.
I'm trying to reply. Old mate fucking grabbed the gunman round the neck, took the gun, and the
Mhm.
cops are coming because there are active shooters.
hmm
Next thing you know, he's the guy holding the gun, right?
Mhm.
Put the gun down, bro, because they'll shoot you.
Mhm.
He
No,
put the gun down because he didn't want to be charged of unlawfully owning.
you're in front of the guy.
handling a
You
weapon.
shoot him.
Yeah.
Look, I agree.
It's
He
easy
should have
to.
shot the.
Yeah.
I agree. He should have shot the cunt in the face. But he was also thinking, like, if the cops turn up, I'm the brown guy holding the gun in an
Oh,
active
come on, you're
situation.
thinking racist.
No,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not being
put it this-
racist.
Kieran,
You're being racist.
Kieran, I want to put it this way, okay? At this point, in this specific moment, you're already there. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. At that point, you take the thing, you do the pew pew, and after everybody's safe, then you can throw down the pew pew.
The thing was, when he didn't shoot the guy,
Mhm.
the guy ran back to the bridge, got another gun, and shot him.
Yes.
Not even lying.
Yeah.
That's why
But
you should have.
It's easy to armchair quarterback this if
Yeah.
you're in one of those situations.
Yeah.
It's not
Mhm.
easy
Mhm.
to
No,
think.
Correct.
I understand.
Correct.
I'm saying.
And
like,
also-
I'm not
also-
saying that
also-
I would do it.
al-
I'm just saying that
also-
I thought it feels kind of
also-
Double
psyopy.
tap. Always
Also-
double tap.
Also, here in Australia, we have the weirdest self-defense laws. like if somebody invades my home and I kill him, I can get charged.
That's gay.
I know. I know.
Good.
Yeah. But,
Well,
What
I
do you
was
mean-
gonna say always double tap.
Okay. In Zombieland.
yeah.
The funny
but,
thing is, if you watch all the interviews with the Australians, they all say, "I thought I heard fireworks,"
oh, yeah.
because Australians don't know what gunshots sound like.
No.
We don't even fucking know. We go, "Oh, I not even lying. We heard fireworks," and then we realised there's people fucking lying on the ground.
Well, that's
Not-
you don't
Hey?
want it. That's not where your brain goes to.
That's true.
Common sense, because it's not something that happens every day. So you're gonna,
Right.
what's the most likely thing of a loud noise in that situation? It's the
Well, they were.
default isn't people getting shot.
Yeah, there's also been people who are picking on the female cops who were there, who were hiding.
I
hiding
did.
Now
I did, but I did it.
hang on, bro. Hang on, bro.
Because you guys locked up for not getting boosters.
I'm no fan. I'm no fan of female cops, but it's fair. It's fair. We don't know. We don't know what fucking gunshots sound like. We think they're fireworks.
Oh, she knows what a gunshot is.
Nah, bro. No.
I agree. I'm not taking away anything from the idea of him being a hero. I think he is. It's just kind of. I thought that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen, because I read the news and he was like, "This guy's a legend," and then I read the comments about it and it's like the guy ran back and shot him. I was like, well, that seems less of a legend in this specific comment.
Well,
Like I said,
Yeah,
it's
but
still-
also they've raised a someone started a fucking GoFundMe. The cunt's got fucking $2 million.
in the moment, you think you're doing the right thing, and if in your head it isn't right to harm people, and you're the one who just stopped that person, your first thought isn't "I'm going to end someone." It's "I stopped them from doing the wrong thing," and then the next thing you know, that person's still dead set on doing the thing they're doing and does it again. Like, I don't know, man. It's a really, really
I hear you, man. I hear you.
funky situation to even be in the first place. Like,
I
you're
hear
not,
you.
without
hear you.
training or knowing what to expect from a situation like that, then normal people are going to act in the moral
Well, apparently,
framework that they're used to. So
apparently, I've heard the guy who took the gun off the perpetrator didn't know how to use a gun. So that's like fair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what I'm saying. Like, how do you have you never met a Sandy that doesn't know how to use a gun?
there's
Like,
plenty.
I've never.
Trust me,
This
there's
sounds
plenty.
this
Think about
sounds like this sounds like Sandy shit. Okay, my nose, my due nose is smelling a little bit of sandiness in this
Mhm.
kind of crap,
Here's
and
my
I'm not gonna
perspective,
stand by
Emmett.
it.
Oy vey.
Yeah.
He's-
Emmett,
That's
your whole-
Hey, boys,
Cruz here. How dare you?
boys, calm the
Oh.
fuck down. Calm the fuck down, please.
Like, I
Go
get
ahead,
what
Emma,
Emmett's
God.
saying about the media's focus on the guy's religious affiliation. You know, it's like they're really pointing that out. And the way I always think about it is, it's like, yeah, there's good people of all faiths. Certain faiths also have a more have a proclivity to enable bad behavior and extremism. And as far as that guy, yeah, he might be a a great person of that faith, but I would think he'd be an even better Christian. And that's how I see it. It's like, yeah, there's
That's
good
fair.
people of your faith, but
That's
they'd be
fair,
even
but
better
that's
Christians.
fair, but that's fair, but still, the cunt fucking jumped in, disarmed the fucking perpetrator,
Yeah.
right? Also made a moral decision not to shoot him in the face.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
that
would make a great Christian.
great Christian.
Well,
well, there is a thing. There is a thing when people of a Islamic persuasion want to integrate with the West, it kind of turns out the less Muslim they are, the better they. I'm just saying. It's
I
just,
don't know. There's that one guy that goes, "You guys imported the wrong people that we didn't even want to. We didn't even want anything to deal with." And then he goes, "When I was more liberal, I was more like these people until I got concerned or whatever." I think Emmett knows what video I'm talking about. He had the thing, white glasses, yada yada yada.
oh, the best video I saw. It's still live on YouTube. I'm surprised they didn't fucking block it. Is watching the dad get shot, and he fucking went down. It was the best. And then
Video you saw?
and then when the cops tried to arrest the son, who was like he was like surrendering. I'm sorry. please don't hurt me.
Wasn't
The
he in
crowd-
the IDF?
Well, the crowd ran in, and some guy kicked the fucking dead body of the father, and then went over and grabbed the fucking son. They threw him on the ground. The cops are
Dang.
trying to arrest him, and there's guys stomping on his head. It was the most insane thing I've ever seen. And
Well,
Crazy.
natural reaction in that moment.
Now imagine if you guys had guns.
bro, if we had guns, it'd be over in 2 minutes.
I know.
I know. I agree.
You gotta make a position to get back your guns. Put out a yard sign in front.
It's
You
hard to
like,
do once they've already
make-
taken them all away.
Yeah, that's
Let's
That's
make
the problem.
Kieran, here's the thing. I can get a drone
it's not
and a
that
boat.
simple.
I'll be over. I'll airdrop it in.
Oh
You
my
pay me
gosh.
on the side
Bro,
amount of bills.
Not on the internet. Not on
Okay.
the internet. Do it in private.
Good
not on
Lord.
the fucking internet.
Hold
you
on.
dickhead.
I didn't say what it was. This is all in Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm.
I'm talking
Never heard of
about
it.
here.
Never heard of her.
Oh,
Dungeons
man.
and Dragons.
This is a story in Dungeons and Dragons. It's like Never
Abe.
Neverland.
Yeah, Abe, this is a
What?
really hot topic. Like, Australia has gone onto the world map. Even Netanyahu made a
Yep.
comment about our prime minister.
It's net in Yahoo. You like a
Whatever.
bottle of Yahoo
Doesn't
in
matter.
net.
It's definitely a
Doesn't
big
matter.
deal.
It's a huge deal, bro. We don't do this
I
here.
mean,
We don't do this
Neverland
here.
Ranch.
90s.
Neverland Ranch has been in the news before. Okay, it's gonna be fine, Kira. And I know California it's a hard place because it's very clammy, but you'll survive.
No, I'm just saying, we don't do this here. Like, we don't.
Yes, you do.
This-
What the fuck you're talking about? It happens everywhere.
Well, yeah, but it's been
In
about
Mexico, for
30
example, it
years
happens
since
every
they
week.
had that. Yeah.
Yeah, it happens every week in Mexico, but not here.
Mhm.
This is not what happens here. It's
Welcome
Isn't
to the
it
modern era,
Huda- Isn't it Huda
Im-
Puta?
sadly.
What the president is?
We won't
Or
accept
am I
it.
I know the J's are H's, so I'm trying to say that right.
I'm not saying to accept it. I'm just saying that
I know Puta
it's becoming
is-
more and more normal
It's horror. You just
in the
called her
world, and it's
horror.
terrible.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
And we need
It's-
to resolve these issues in our societies before it gets so bad that there's no other options left to us.
Agreed. This could be the end of the world as we know it.
Yeah.
It's fucking good.
This could be the end of
End of-
everything.
End
fucking
of the
Emmett doing
world as
karaoke.
we
So-
know it.
Emmett.
Somewhere we
So-
know. Somewhere only we know.
Oh my gosh.
I'd say Voltaire
Somewhere
has,
only we know.
Voltaire has
We
theory why
didn't-
they gave up all their guns. So I'd say it's because of the last time this happened, which was like 30 years ago when they had the The guy
Yeah, Port Arthur.
30
Yeah, Port Arthur. And Martin Bryant, yeah.
That was Tasmanian.
It's not
Yes.
the.
Still strange.
And the government said it was John Howard was Prime Minister who said, here's the solution to Port Arthur. Everybody hand over your guns and we'll fucking crush them. That was the solution.
Yeah, that really worked out well, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I still
Historically,
I still say, can you imagine if citizens in Australia were open carrying when these cunts were popping off at the fucking Hanukkah?
Abe,
It would-
hold on.
it would last
Abe,
2
I'll
minutes.
be back. I gotta make a call. Hold on.
okay.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't know how much longer I'm going to go. Today was my first day wearing glasses.
I saw you wearing
And-
glasses.
Yeah, Abe, I have to question your choice of lenses. Choice of frames, to tell you the truth.
Why?
Lenses.
They're titanium. Why?
Well, I think darker black lenses, black frames,
Uh-huh.
they kind of define your face more. But those kind of invisible frames, they do make. Yeah, you see, you look older. You look older, bro.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Looks wiser.
In this getup,
Looks wiser.
In this ghetto? Are you? Okay, get up. Okay.
like in a
My
top
bad. I thought
hat
it was
with freaking. In a top
I was gonna
hat.
call a meeting because of melanin toxicity. It's
I don't think I look the same both ways. This does
No,
make
you
me
don't.
look older because I don't. It's almost like fully embracing the
See, makes you look more presidential.
yes.
The wisdom, embracing the wisdom of age.
So, but they're making me feel kind of nauseous when I have them on or off at this point.
Yeah,
so now I'm
same,
like,
bro.
It takes a while to get
either way,
No, trust me. In time, you get used to it.
Yeah. It usually takes like a week or two to get used to them.
Yeah. You get used to it.
oh my
But
gosh.
you've also now adopted the
I'm
blue
too
glare.
cool.
You've adopted the blue glare in the glasses. You can't avoid it. It's so fucking annoying.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
gotta work. You gotta work on your angles of everything.
I'm gonna have to move the lights around and
And also, you've got to make sure you don't have tabs open because we can see reflections of your internet browser in the screen. Okay.
all you can see is yourselves right now. Because same.
That's it.
Emmett, what the fuck's Emmett doing?
The
Emmett-
end of the world solo. Really.
I'm doing stuff.
I don't even know how I'm supposed to do that.
I know it's terrible, bro. I've done the same thing. I've moved my lights around. You can remove the glare, but it'll throw shadows from the frames on your face. So it's glare or shadows.
Mhm.
Just
Well-
that's how it goes.
Maybe I'll just turn off all the lights and sit here. Then nobody will see anything.
In complete darkness.
That's
The
right.
way of the future.
Perfect. Sit staring.
You start using an avatar. Use an AI avatar.
Oh my gosh. That's terrible. Does this
Well,
mean
you
I'm
could
supposed
use-
to try to sing this song?
You could use an avatar that
For
like,
Abe, end of the
speaks,
world
but-
solo.
you could use like an avatar. I'm trying to find one like an avatar that speaks while I speak, like a
I can
cartoon.
make one for you in pixel art. But you're never gonna pay me, so
Bro.
you've been telling me that you're gonna request pixel art for 6 months at this point.
Oh, bro, challenge accepted. You fucking asshole.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. Yep. Yeah. So which will it be? Will it be a pixel art character or will it be a avatar that talks when I speak?
It's a pixel art. It's a pixel art portrait, and whenever you speak, it will move its mouth, and it will seem like you're speaking.
How much?
You have to use OBS though. Is that okay with you?
Use what?
OBS.
No, I'm on StreamYard, bro.
For the camera.
You use both.
You don't know
So
how to
I'm,
use
I'm
OBS
using
for the
OBS
camera?
right now. Like,
Yeah, I'm using OBS right now.
Okay, so Emmett, how much? You dirty capitalist.
I'll do
Dirty.
50.
50. Oh, 50, 50 US dollars or Australian dollars or Syrian
Shekels.
dollars?
US
shekels.
Shekels.
dollar, 50 shekels.
50 shekels.
If I was a rich man, daddy, 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 dum.
Okay.
Emmett, at some point,
You spend
I
way
will.
more in a week on VK. Okay, don't worry about it.
You have
True.
no idea, brother. But
Yeah, but I do.
Ah, it kind of shows
He got his own
sometimes.
tape,
Kind of shows.
Oh my goodness. Who's oh wow. Let me just not speak any. I'll just keep saying who's. Try to put a whole sentence together. Who's.
okay, I'll say this. Here's a sentence. Emmett, one day I will give you money and you will give me art. One day.
One day.
Is that the case? Okay. One day.
Is it actually going to happen?
Yes, brother.
One day. One day.
Yeah, one day. Yeah. Is one day like a date? Is there like a date for one day?
It'll
Like
be written
tomorrow.
in his will. It'll be part of his
It'll be in
will.
my will. It'll be in my will. When I die, I'll say. And also in my will. Okay. Send $50 to Emmett.
Okay, so who of you crazies is streaming and wants a raid?
Oh, you're done for the night?
Yeah, I think so. I think this one's going to be a short one because these glasses are definitely affecting me way more than I expected them to. So, okay,
Well,
too. Heavy breathing and lots of clanking. Are you all right?
No, I'm dropping my trailer. I wasn't expecting to come back. Thought you guys forgot about me back there.
Wow.
If you want, I'll do it, but it'll be about 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Oh my.
I think we can make
goodness.
fun of Kieran. I think we can make fun
I
of Kieran
can-
for 20
I
minutes.
can do it in 20 minutes. That's fine. I can wait 20 minutes. That's fine.
What do you think of the
well-
updated version?
Oh, that's fun. You made her hair redder.
Yeah, and it's a little bit less. It's still very pixely, but it's a little bit bigger of a
Yeah.
pixel.
That's for fun. It's a good one. It's a good one. Oh, excuse
It's a
me.
good one.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so what should we
I'm working on
do
it.
on the next
Let's
episode?
make fun of Kieran.
What should
Watch-
the next topic be? Duty was a good
Tiger
one. That was a
King.
good exploration, I think.
Tiger King.
I don't want to talk about Tiger King. You talk about Tiger King. You could just make a video of you talking about Tiger King and put it up, and people will watch it. I bet you.
I just think it was funny that I made that comment.
I think it was
Didn't even-
hilarious. I think it's extra funny that Katie in the background was laughing her freaking butt off afterwards. That was pretty classic.
Yeah. Topic I've been interested in lately is cults of personality, which is pretty relevant to like this whole space.
Agreed.
Ooh. Let's
Agreed,
do
I
a-
think that's a
is
good
I
it-
one.
want
is
to
it-
finish painting and driving.
Do we do a is the Crucible a cult? Dun, dun.
You're
Or
gonna
we
get
could just
smoked.
do cult of personality in the space and literally just go through and ask questions.
Cult of personality
Just
of
asking
the
questions.
Well, it made me think because I was watching a Rob stream today, and somebody accused him of being a cult because he was arguing with his audience, and they said that was cult-like behavior. It didn't make any
I think
sense.
that's
Aren't you
less
supposed to
cult-like
Yeah, it's the
behavior.
opposite
With
of
your-
that, yeah.
I mean, if it was a cult, I would think his chat would just fall into line and follow what he's saying because he's
That's kind of what got me.
the
thinking about
grand.
the topic, yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good topic, though, because it's relevant nationally, it's relevant internationally, and then it's also relevant in the small spaces where we all
Do you
inhabit.
think Waco was a cult? I don't.
Maybe it's hard to know without knowing the people closely.
What
I'm
about
sure there
Ruby
was-
Ridge. I don't think that they tried saying that was too.
Ruby Ridge is
Or no.
actually not
Oh wait,
that
never mind. Wrong.
far
wrong,
off from where I know people from that area, so
And smokes. You little legend.
From Ruby Ridge?
yeah.
I just feel bad for Mrs.
My
Markin
other-
because no one will ever eat her spaghetti again.
Well, you know,
I know. I've heard. I've heard.
Yeah, I said it.
Yeah,
You just put a really bright one.
I know.
I don't even know
I,
what they're talking about.
I agree with with that topic. It's a good one.
It's a good one.
Hmm
Thank you, bud.
We can even go ahead. This is so bad. Huh. No, better not.
Uh-oh.
I was gonna say we should probably put the Andrew's picture in the thumbnail, but I don't think he's gonna agree. I don't think he's gonna like that.
I mean, maybe he'll show up.
Hey.
Maybe.
You should do it for
That or
him,
I
and
might.
then everybody
That or
will
I might
show
just
up.
get thrashed in public for it. But one or the other.
This fucking Mexican weirdo.
Okay, so if you
Oh
if you
my
guys
gosh.
want to if you guys want to continue with retaliation, Abe, I'm live right now. If
Beauty.
oh my god, I'm begging for a raid. I can't believe it's come to this. Get the fuck out of here.
It's so
yeah, you're
sad.
freaking beggars can't be choosers, Kieran.
We're gonna
that's true.
do a dive into what is a cult, pretty much.
That's
And I
a
came to the idea
good
of
question.
is the Crucible a cult?
You know it's supposed to get 50 degrees Wednesday or Thursday.
Dude, the
Yeah,
weather
damn
is
it.
freaking weird right now.
Yeah.
Like super
Yeah.
weird.
We're seeing
got
like
our
a 50-degree swing where I'm at.
yeah, we got
I'm
we
like 9
we got-
degrees right now.
yeah, we got like the first winter snow, and then it got cold, like it was gonna go all the way into winter, and then it boosted back up and started raining, and like small towns around us are flooding, and it's like we're in the mountains. What is happening?
The chemtrails. It's all
Yeah, the government wasn't able to do their chemtrails.
Dude, they're doing
'Cause they
some
were shut
crazy
down.
stuff. There was a lot of like ocean spray and freaking cloud seeding and all kinds of stuff, but
Yeah.
they're like, oh, we got to offset climate change. But then you look at it and it's like, I think you're making it worse, actually. I don't think you're
let
helping.
It snow, let it snow. I'd rather have snow than rain that turns into ice.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ice is way worse.
Ice is bad. At least snow, you can get traction and fresh snow.
Karen, can you,
Like go drive on
did
the
you link it?
shoulder.
Can you link it in the backstage or something for me? Your
Oh, bro.
screen?
Oh,
Because
shit,
for some
that's-
reason it doesn't pop up.
It's
that well, okay, I'll try.
Sometimes it
I'm
doesn't.
not sure
Oh,
I
there
can,
it is.
right?
There it is. I found it. Sometimes it
Kieran
does, sometimes
marking.
it doesn't. But okay, there we go. All right. Gentlemen, would you like to say anything before I raid you to Kieran's?
Kieran, don't eat his spaghetti.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'll
Good to
say
see you, Amakan. It's been a while.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
I gotta leave.
I really
Thanks for
appreciate you
having me
coming
up,
up.
Abe.
Yeah, of course. I always enjoy conversations with you. So
Try to do it more often. I've been real busy the past couple months, but try to do it more often. And I happen to have a couple nights off, so I'm usually at work listening, but this time I was able to hop up.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it.
All right.
We appreciate
to
it. Thank
say,
you so much.
What to say, Abe? Thank you for having me up, brother. I
Of
appreciate it.
course. Yeah, of course.
Thank you for coming up, Kieran.
All right, gentlemen, I will see you on the next one. God bless you, chat. Have fun at Kieran's. Don't cause
God
too much
bless you
trouble
all.
or cause trouble. I don't know. Do your
Cause a
thing.
lot of trouble.
Yeah, do that. All right, I'll talk to you all on the next one. God bless and good night.
God bless.